Digo everyone, and for a bit of a different video this time. So, around 2 weeks ago, Death Battle released a Kickstarter to revitalize the show after Rooster Teeth might have gone up in flames. And to say that they greatly exceeded their original fund goal is a bit of an understatement, currently sitting at around $600,000 after hitting their initial goal in about 20 minutes. So, today I got some friends of mine and we're gonna look at the matchups in question that they have been revealing for the next, I was gonna say season, but they kind of already said they're not really doing seasons anymore. Just whenever Death Battle comes back. So, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, voices in my head. Sorry, go on.
Okay. Hello, I am JS. I am the first voice in Pit said. We are just going through all the orders of that. Okay, I'm just kidding. Hey, so, yeah, I'm just here, where I'm close with everyone here. If you probably know, I'm also happen to be a mod on the official server, so naturally I have some sort of like stake in this funny little web show that you may or may not have heard of. But yeah, I'm really excited. The show's actually not deader than disco, and we actually managed to band together to do something of productive use for once, so that's cool.
I am Gray. Apparently I'm friends with Pitt. He dragged me out here after he promised me ice cream.
Wait, shit, I did that.
Hi. Oh.
You can tell we rehearsed this.
No, I'm done. I'm done. You're fine. Go on.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. See, this is why I hate her, chat. Hi. Hi, I'm Marina. You've heard of me probably somewhere if you're in the in these circles. I'm also a mod in the Death Battle official server, so that's cool.
You might have also heard her from halfway across the planet screaming over Frieza vs. Megatron.
That too, probably.
I am not a mod on the official server. I just wanted to say that.
I'm not a mod on any server. I'm just a twat.
What do you
mean?
Okay.
It's okay though. We both give we all give them heavy amounts of nepotism.
Right.
Nah, I just draw girls kissing for a living.
Yeah, kind of real for that.
He's the straightest guy ever.
And yet people will keep accusing him of being gay.
Well, it's a very delicate balance, you know.
All right. So, ready to get started then?
Yeah.
Fire away.
Okay, so while it wasn't included on the Kickstarter, considering that it was the first matchup that we knew was going to be happen the next season, revival, lifetime, whatever, we'll start by discussing the winner of the Tournament of Champions last year, Tom the Cat versus Wile E Coyote. So, anyone got any thoughts to share on the matchup?
Well, I want to first just beginning this is that I am like legitimately really astonished by this matchup's history and how it quickly climbed the ladder. Just because, as far as I'm aware, it was initially just a suggestion from like the suggestions on the champion from this user. I think is Lofty was their name, and eventually everyone started. Yeah. And everyone stopped unanimously loving it so much that it got right onto the tournament, and it completely cleaned house and did far better than anyone ever imagined it would. And then it just started spreading everywhere and got so much like content and people like raving about it. And it's honestly, especially from that putting myself in that person's shoes, I would probably be like the happiest person alive then.
Yeah, let's put this into perspective that this matchup was going up against, just in the semifinal round alone, Gru versus Megamind, one of the most popular matchups, just period, at the moment, and it still won. And then it proceeded to be...
Gru versus Megamind. I will never forget you for as long as I live.
I love that meme so much. And then it proceeded to be the also very hyped up Kratos versus Asura, which for a matchup that, like, you really did not see people talking about beforehand is kind of an insane feat.
Indeed, yeah.
But bear in mind as well... Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay, I was gonna say. yeah, because like especially because like the outset opinion on the throne was that why bother having Grumine here? It's just gonna sleep anyway.
Yeah, and bear in mind, it was also going up against stuff like Sans, just Sans. Palpatine versus Xehanort, really popular matchup. Mega Man X just coming back at all. The Magical Girl matchup. And the Danganronpa Sleeper Agents.
The only thing Grumine swept was floors.
Yeah.
I like Grumine. This is a joke. This is a joke.
My lawyer has advised you to clarify this is a joke.
Yeah, we want to get the...
I like Grumine. I think it's cool.
Were you gonna follow that up, or?
I think it's cool, and that's it. Like, I don't think it's goated. I don't think it's fire. I think it's cool.
You're not goated. You're not even fire. You're just mid.
No, it's not mid. It's cool. I like it.
But yeah, this is about Tom versus Wile E. So
yeah, okay, yeah. Back getting the preambles aside, I have any thoughts on the match?
I love cartoons, Charlie. I love cartoons.
Okay, I would not be screaming at the top of your lungs.
and also whatever you do, don't associate with the animation community.
True.
I mean, that's very obvious.
Who goes first with their thoughts? Who goes first with their thoughts?
Yeah, who wants to go first?
I guess whoever comes to mind.
I don't really have much thoughts to share just because I don't like Toon Force matchups in general, so why don't you guys take the floor here?
I'll be the go first, if that's okay then.
Sure thing.
No.
Okay. No. Okay.
No, it's fine. Go on. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
Wow.
I get it.
Wow.
Look.
This is why I fucking hate her, chat. Like, come on.
He's mean to me.
No,
Nah,
I'm playfully innocent at best.
You
No.
you like it when he's mean. You know it.
No, I do. Alright, go on.
Okay, Tom Wiley. I'm really excited for this. I think it's a really fun idea. Also, well, I guess the first thing I want to say is the fact that, please, what I want most is just portray them both as the complete absolute comedy gold failures that they are. Like, don't make them like gods like any other like cartoon-based matchups tend to do. Like, I want to see them do the funny schemes. I want to see them bring out their contraptions, and I want to see them completely fail miserably and give me my own "don't you believe it" because you gotta. And
Yeah.
I just think like a god type of premise is like by far the best way to like write it, and I also just kind of found it really funny how this matchup was conceived, just because like back then you would have thought it was like fucking like Tom versus Sylvester or something, but then like Wile E just comes in with the Overwatch gift. Now I am here for your salvation.
The steel chair.
Yeah, and yeah, also like. And I like I mean Tom and Jerry. I mean, did you really have a childhood if you did not catch at least one episode of Tom and Jerry? But and I do like Wile E. He's very funny. Roadrunner was also very just a part of my childhood too. So just having them like I guess mingle together in a comedic sense just sounds like really appealing to me. And and I still love the idea I've heard of like just Tom of just commandeering on a train and just going right into the classic tunnel pain bag, and whether it fails or succeeds, it'll be funny, and I like that.
I heard Tom and train in the same sentence and was scared where you were going with that.
I could go. Oh, this will be a very different tone if I went with the dark stuff and Tom. Right?
Yeah.
It took me a bit to get what you meant by that.
We need to talk
do you remember?
No, I know. It took me a bit, but I understand now. I get it.
Okay.
Oh my god. I get it, gift.
Whatever you do, just don't look up the kittens in the bag.
Oh.
No.
Also, don't look up the potential racism.
Oh yeah, that too.
Potential.
Unfortunately, potential racism?
40s were a different time, okay?
Yeah.
One could say that.
Yeah. As my my tangents aside, yeah, Tom Wiley, very fun. I like it. I hope it's good. Just please write it differently than other episodes. I
guess that does segue into like what we want most from the episode. The main thing is just, yeah, don't portray them like, oh, they're such broken cartoon gods. No, just, even in the fight, make them just the most incompetent doofuses known to man. Like, make the kill just one of them just actually fumbling the bag so hard that whatever they're trying to use to win just blows up in their face, quite literally.
And also, if possible, I would find it very funny if there was some sort of like smaller bonus scene of where it's just like Jerry and Roadrunner laughing at their expenses.
They're just watching the fireworks as one of them blows up.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I guess that's my piece. Who wants to go next?
Me.
Okay,
Take the stage.
So, Buzz Lightyear gif incoming. I fucking love Tom and Jerry.
Oh my god.
As does everyone with a childhood.
Yep.
By the way,
It's funny.
by the way, everyone, did you know that Buzz Lightyear gif is the plot of Toy Story 5?
I got it end it all. Anyways, so yeah, Tom and Jerry, good show. I like Tom a lot. He's a funny dude. But actually, my investment comes from the other one. So I think, completely unironically, Wile E, Coyote, and Rotor was my first autistic hyperfixation.
Oh, that's cute.
I would watch that shit every weekend, all the way, like short one to the last short. I have one specific DVD cover for it. I would watch that shit every day till I could just stop. I could die from laughing. I fucking love Wile E, Coyote, and Roadrunner. Like, they made up my childhood. They're what I associate with Looney Tunes the most. And Looney Tunes is just a series I hold very close to my heart. Like, it helped me bond with my family more. Like, it's a series I love, and Wile E, Coyote, and Roadrunner are like what I associate the most with Looney Tunes. So that's where most of my investment comes. Wiley's my favorite Looney Tune. He's my goat. And I just think there's a lot of fun stuff you can do here. I love cartoons, Charlie. I love cartoons. Like, the main thing, like, obviously hopefully it goes like this, but like, the thing with like a lot of Toon Force videos is that it portrays them as like unstoppable gods. I want them to be portrayed as fucking failures here. That would be so much funnier. Like, have them set up these plans to like get to like kill the other, but they just end up fucking up and hurting themselves. I don't know. I'm bad at coming up with specific ideas, but like, if you can lean into the aspect that both are the epitome of failures in cartoons, and just write a fight around that, I think it could be writing fire.
Yeah,
And also has Wile E, Coyote, my goat.
Yeah, that's all very valid. Well said. Well said.
But a real question: who do you think wins the Toon Force matchup?
Oh, do you want to go
I
next?
can say it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something?
Did you want to go next, Gray? Or?
Oh yeah, I guess I have to give my thoughts too. I like Tom and Jerry a lot. I did grow up with that too. Big
Buzz
shock.
Lightyear gift.
Oh my god, this fucking Anyway, so yeah, I grew up with Tom and Jerry. I even watched some of the movies. I don't know if I regret that or not. It was weird when they talked.
Okay, but we're saying, although, I mean, if you watched Tom and Jerry racing around the world, then that's peak.
I think I remember.
Fast and Furious
is peak. Fast and Furious is so peak.
It is. It's the best. It's the best movie.
The moment Tom vs. Wile won, I watched that with a group of friends, and we were just like, "This movie is fucking." Tom kills an old lady.
Yeah, he does.
God, he's
so real.
He's my kid.
Whoa, Chad! Is there something you want to say? Hold on, whoa.
No, it's okay. We were gonna get canceled anyway.
Hey, I'm just saying, if the matchup comes down to who killed more old ladies, Tom kind of has an edge here.
Wait. Kill old ladies? Is that an Adventure Time reference?
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
God.
Yeah. I really like Tom and Jerry. I said it already. I don't really care. I'm just emphasizing the point again. Also, I always rooted Tom. Fuck you, Jerry.
Real?
Dude, fuck that rat, bro. Oh my god. He was always the instigator.
Hey,
I don't give
at
a
least
fuck.
invite the rat to dinner first.
Oh, that's true, actually. Sorry, yeah. No, he invites himself anyway. Fuck that guy.
Yo,
I'm just kidding. I
They're
love Jerry too.
I'm just trying to live a normal life, and Jerry tries to make it worse. Like, fuck that dog. Fuck that
Dude,
guy.
Jerry is literally the pest. Like,
I find it. I shout out to this one person I know who gave who when they were asked the question of the week, okay, who was in the right, Tom and Jerry, and then he gave a straight up philosophical musing about how maybe it's not either for solely in the fault, it is solely the paradigm of our society.
okay, counterpoint. An official DC collaboration made Tom and Jerry, Batman and Joker, so I win.
Bad fair. You can't argue with that.
People being like, what, Tom's the good guy? Like, were you watching?
It's just a Megatron preview title. Tom is a good guy?
But yeah, obviously I really like Tom. He's a funny cat. Okay, so, Wile E. I also watched a lot of Wile E growing up because it just happened to be on a TV. Shocker, I know. I always thought he was really funny too. I like when the anvils fell on him. And
I like when he fell down a cliff.
True. I like when he blew himself. But yeah, no, I like. It's one of those series I grew up with. I didn't like go out of my way to check when I was an adult, but it's like I like both. I think it'd be cool. I think I'd probably root Tom. That's about it then.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess I should express the same thought. Don't make them Toon Force gods. Just have them be fucking.
This is like the actual worst matchup you could make them Toon Force gods.
No, literally. It's like they suck so bad. Why would you do that?
What do you mean? You don't want to see Wile E Coyote bring out his fucking Green Lantern ring? You don't want that?
Okay. All I will say on this front is that I want Tom to do a Kamehameha.
Live gray reaction when Wile E pulls out the Lunatics Unleashed scaling.
Okay, but like, hear me out. Okay, but what would happen if like Tom dials a number and he summons the boys to sick on Wile E?
Oh my!
Okay, that's fire though. Hang on. But
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that if this were a proper crossover, Wile E would be trying to steal Tom's girl.
He would.
True.
Totally.
Well, to eat her or do anything else is the different question.
Yeah. What have you thought about the
Depends on how
implications?
much of a baddie she is, I think.
That's true, actually. I don't know if Wile E would even eat a cat, but I would have put it past him. He's pretty hungry.
Yeah.
I still remember when I think it was like either the creator or the writer for him just explained why he explicitly they made him a coyote, and I forget the exact reasoning, but it was actually pretty interesting read.
Just never forget the fact that coyotes are actually faster than roadrunners.
I love irony.
It's like how hedgehogs aren't even that fast and are actually good swimmers.
I always remember hearing that there were a bunch of rules for every episode that they didn't even adhere to most of the time.
I heard about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Breaking rules for comedy, my beloved.
It's like I always say, is that funny overtakes logic.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
On the note of logic, now to ask the real question: who do you think wins the first match? I'm just gonna flip a coin.
You see, based on this mobile gotcha game, Trio of Life Cosmology. No.
Well, you see, by my logical estimations, we can compare Wile E to Roadrunner, because even though he always fails, he manages to just barely miss him every time. And Roadrunner once ran so fast, he managed to surprise Wally.
Oh my god, I gotta kill you.
Yeah,
now.
so as you can tell, too, your Toon Force debates are kind of the actual worst thing on planet Earth, so maybe that's a good time to move on before we actually answer that question.
The winner is Jerry Mouse.
The winner is a Roadrunner. Anyway,
And the winner is Jerry? Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry. I'm just going to say that it's funnier to not just devolve all Looney Tunes debates to DC scaling. Okay, thank you.
True.
That fucking rat I hate.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Alright.
I gotta keep straight at Top Agenda.
Very fair. Okay. So, as part of the $75,000 goal, I believe, we got 2 matchups that were announced. And the first one we'll be looking at is Omni-Man versus Bardock. So,
my beloved.
I'm sure we have some thoughts on this one.
I think
It's a-
I'll go first.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
it's a
I think
very
they're
good
great.
sign when you're. It's a very good sign when the first sound that you hear is just a very exasperated sigh.
No, that's me moaning because I'm a bitch.
Okay, buddy, we need to keep this PG.
Wow. Not safe for work, not safe for work, not safe for work.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying
we
to
need
get
to-
Pitty demonetized.
Yeah, we need to keep the segment with Omni-Man pure. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Um,
prepare. Omni, you're the Omni moans.
exactly.
We're not pointing
Oh,
on.
that guy, Omni-Man.
Me.
Just don't. Just
Okay.
don't.
Be a terrible
never,
idea.
Never ask a woman her weight, and never ask what Nolan did on Braxton.
That's what Nolan did. Period.
That's what Thrag did on Thraxa. What the fuck?
So, anyways,
Dude.
thoughts on Omni-Man versus Bardock?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Greg should. I'll let Greg go first.
Okay, so basically, like, I really like Dragon Ball. I didn't actually.
God.
You're gonna say the same fucking thing. Shut up. Anyway, I didn't actually grow up with it like most people. I just kind of got really hyper fixated on it like 3 years back or so. And basically, it's one of my favorite franchises now. Big shock, but basically, Bardock is really fucking funny to me because I spent the better half of 2 years just constantly arguing over him every month because of the fucking DBS manga. And I still have a lot of those memories to this day.
Starting early.
He's a pretty prominent character in my mind, to say the least. And my stance on his characterization between Z and Super is that I always thought he was fine regardless. Which just meant that I thought he was a good character, and that was pretty much it. If you disagree, fine, I'll kill myself. But yeah, so yeah, I really like Bardock. And Invincible, I first watched... I don't remember when I first watched it. I barely even remember, but I always remember the twist from the first episode being fucking crazy. I remember Lauren, my friend, did with that. It was so fucking funny. He was like, man, these guys are so cool. Oh, they're all dead. But yeah, Nolan's really cool. I really liked his story and arc, and I thought it was really sweet. I cried at some of it. So yeah, as you can tell, I really like Nolan and Bardock. And oh my god, I was so fucking happy when this got announced, because like, my initial thought with Nolan versus Bardock was always just like, man, that's a cool matchup. Probably have to wait like at minimum a few years for it, if it even happens at all. And then I saw it on the teaser, so you know, I was pretty happy about that. This is what victory feels like. But yeah, Nolan versus Bardock is one of my top 3 most hyped matchups for the Kickstarter. Lamau. Anyway, who wants to go next?
Anything you want to say, Jess?
Well, I'd be happy to. I'm sure I can go next if that's okay.
Come on.
Okay.
It's not okay, actually. It's not okay.
Oh.
No, leave him alone.
Oh well. Okay. I'll just do this. I'll just do the Tigger Walk gift now.
No, come back.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. I'm just okay. Now that I'm done, Josh, and okay. Nolan Bardock. I don't have as much strong feelings on it, but I do have a lot of funny memories of it just because of, and I don't blame the matchup for this, obviously, and I actually feel bad for it because of this. Is just when Omni-Lander was coming out, and then everyone was saying that, no, snap out of it, Ben, you're being controlled by your corporate overlords to do this matchup.
So, something's controlling your bed. Stop, Mark. It's me. It's just me.
Yeah.
Cornball
Yeah, I guess
behavior.
Yeah, and I guess my experience with both characters, Bardock, I think he's pretty cool, like, particularly when, depending on how the, I guess, interpretation of him, but funnily enough, the most experience that I had with him growing up was just, I mean, obviously there was, Bardock, father of Goku, but goes without saying, and, the one I actually played, ironically enough, was, I think it was, like, basically the Dragon Ball games, especially, I think it was either, like, I think it was Budokai Tenkaichi 2, if I remember right? Yeah, because, like, it had this, like, really cool what-if story with Raditz, and one of the last scenes of it is just, like, man, father, they'll think I'm a failure, and then it's just like, I don't care, you're still my son. But mind you, though, this was just an entirely hallucination from Raditz, and it's basically just canon that he was not a good father to him at all. So that's actually kind of depressing when you think about it. But
I have a son. I have 2 sons.
yeah. What's a Raditz? Anyway, yeah, and I don't have a lot of personal stake in this, but I did find it very funny when, I think it was like I forget when exactly, it was a lot of years ago, back when Dragon Ball, like, Minus was a thing and people started hating how much they just rip off Superman, or hating how they changed the story of how Goku came to Earth, and understandably so, I didn't have any context for it all. I just saw anime reviewers like Paul at the time just go complete ballistic at it, and that was very funny. But yeah, and Nolan, I mean, isn't my first experience with Invincible was I just like watched the show a long time ago. I forget when exactly, and I was just like there when the memes first started exploding, like Think Mark and he's just somehow like a pet to me, and that was fucking wild. And I actually started watching the story, and in fact, semi recently I went through season 2, and good season. I like it, and Nolan, very good character, very well written. I was just actually, funny enough, I remember when I was talking with some buds who were just like, if Endeavor from MHA caused so much controversy, I'm gonna hate how people see how Nolan's arc develops.
Amongst other things happening.
Yeah, Bardock, Nolan, well, I can say immediately, I'm very happy that they're actually leaning into Great Ape this time. We're actually seeing it for the first time ever in the death battle. That's crazy.
And it only took us...
We excited for that.
And it only took us, how many fucking Dragon Ball episodes?
I will admit, part of the big appeal of whatever's told to me...
Ozru first appeared in Broly vs. Hulk.
Oh my god, me when I kill you. Dude, the rat form is not fucking Great Ape. I swear to god, man. Anyway, yeah, I forgot to mention that. I really fucking... Part of the reason I like that matchup so is because Great Ape in Death Battle, finally!
Finally, the monkey.
Monkey!
I love monkey.
Monkeys are cool. I like them. And the evil Frieza Popebucks. Anyway, yeah, the matchup, it's pretty okay. I think it's cool. I think the potential you can do for it is really cool, and like, it's Dragon Ball versus Invincible, and it's not like too terribly lopsided. So you could do some cool things with it, and although I will be very funny if they actually start talking about Super Saiyan Bardock, because it's like, shark jumping, shit.
Yeah.
He says he turns Super Saiyan. God.
Yeah.
That Bridge episode is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that. Shame on you.
I guess now's a good time for me to throw my thoughts into the ring. So, my experience is basically mostly going to be coming from Invincible, because unlike everyone else in the room, I haven't touched Dragon Ball all too much. My initial... I'm sorry. Anyways, before I really got into either series back in like 2 years ago, that was really that long since Omni-Lander, my opinion on the matchup was essentially just, it's fine, it's alright. It's harmless fun. Dragon Ball and Invincible are just like a very, no shit pairing. And I thought that it sounded like very good turn off your brain and watch the fireworks go off kind of fun. And then I actually watched Invincible and was like, For like, even with all the crap people were pulling during the Omnilander wait period, that kind of made me feel bad for fans of the matchup that were actually reasonable. But yeah, putting all that aside, I think the thing that like really kind of made me go from thinking it was a perfectly good matchup to not bad, but not really like what I want in an invincible match, in an Omni-Man matchup is.
I mean, technically, it is an invincible matchup. So
Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think what really like kind of made me fall off it was what I like about Omni-Man in Versus is basically how gory and gruesome he is as a combatant, and that's part of why I like Omni-Man versus Homelander as a matchup so much, because it leans perfectly into just how absolutely violent of a character he is. None of that's to say like Bardock or Dragon Ball in general isn't like bloody or violent, obviously, but you compare the gore in Invincible to like the very scattered few instances of it in Dragon Ball, and it's like, yeah, it's very much more vocal in one of these than the other. And at that point, I kind of just started looking at it as this kind of just feel... Omni-Man without the gore just kind of feels like every other Superman copycat as far as Versus goes. The gore is kind of what I think makes him stand out. So, Bardock not really leaning into that. I still don't doubt that the episode's gonna be like perfectly fine, and I mean, it's got the fill of gore with Omnilander anyways, so I can only be I can't be too picky. But yeah, episode's probably gonna be good. It's one I definitely feel very indifferent towards, though.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I understand. Although, it did make me segue into this really cool idea, is that if Bardock should win, it would be really cool if we did like the dramatic finish, but having a piece of no one's cape in his hand.
Yeah, I really like that. Reminder, by the way, that Bardock did not watch that.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't know, like the headband he carries is drenched in the blood of his comrades.
Yeah, he has 50 diseases, but it's okay because he died. Sorry to spoil Father of Goku.
Yeah, but Bardock dies?
Bardock is a dead guy?
Anyways, you have anything to say on the match arena?
Rena's not here. I killed her.
Damn.
That's true. That's
Hate it when that happens.
It's cool. Like Bardock, I like Nolan more. That's the one time you've seen me root against Dragon Ball. I think I like him more when I see it from the perspective of a Saiyan versus a Viltrumite rather than Bardock versus Omni-Man. But really, my favorite Omni-Man idea is Homelander.
Vegeta?
When that happened.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Well, I do. Wait, what'd you say?
Oh, well, I when you said you're my favorite Omni-Man matchup, I almost thought you were going to jokingly say, oh, well, it's Vegeta.
Oh no, that's actually my favorite for Vegeta.
You know, I can respect that.
That's more respectable than most people.
But,
Imagine having
yeah,
respect for people's opinions.
Omni-Man vs. Homelander, that happened, and that was one of my favorite matchups ever. Like, I was okay with Nolan coming back, if it means, because I like Omnilander because it focuses more on story and character and narrative before a fight. So if Nolan could come back just for flying brick action, like, yeah, I'm down. And this one, yeah, I mean, I like Bardock enough, sure. Fuck with it. So yeah, it's cool. And we get great apes, so I'm happy.
Everything's better with Monkey.
Yeah.
Alright, so that should segue us into... Other than the big monkey, which we already know was gonna be in the fight, we saw we all saw the fight preview that they showed in the trailer. Anything else they want to see in this episode?
Well, I think it would be well. I know I mentioned earlier where like I think it would be really sick if Bardock should win, just like have the dramatic finish shot, but also have it instead just have it be a piece of Nolan's cape in Bardock's hand as he like as he like dramatically hoists his arm up, and like that just sounds really sick to me. And also, I also think probably on I'm not sure specific ideas you can do for like Nolan, but I also just think lean on like I guess because like Bardock can obviously keep up a lot more than Homelander can. Maybe just go with like the sort of like visceral and like grotesque like combat Invincible is known for, and maybe just have them start darting around like the planet or and get into probably space eventually. Don't ask me why Bardock is interesting, but well, how is Bardock surviving in space? He did it before. He'll be okay.
Just being the outer edge of the atmosphere. They've done it before. I mean,
oh man,
one of Bardock's most iconic scenes is literally him sitting in the outer edge of space.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. I remember. Oh man, I know that's completely unrelated, but I just found it very funny when One Upon a Time in a Verse debates someone like, why doesn't Nappa just blow up the planet and win? I'm like, because that's suicidal.
he would kill himself.
He's going to blow up the planet.
I mean, even super characters can't survive the planet exploding, TBH. It's over.
Yeah, true. I watched Arrival of F. That's canon. Oh man, can I just say? Okay, I'm sorry to go on another tangent, but I just found this really funny because I was like on a forum right when Revival of F was first getting like leaks and like story details and whatnot, and everyone got so fucking pissed when they heard Vegeta died again, and after that it started going into dispute about okay, but did he die to the planet bust or did he die to space?
Oh my god. Versus Brain Rot.
I think the story implies he died to the planet bus, which is really funny.
Is Vegeta a fraud?
Yes.
That boy.
Yes.
Yes.
He's my goat, but he's also a fraud.
Did you?
The goats. The goats.
I am the hype. But yeah, I guess it's probably nothing on Omni Talk.
Yeah. I will say though, would kill for a scene where Omni-Man just rips the goddamn tail off.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
that would be.
That's how he go back to space form.
And
Alright.
we can reference Yajirobe's one shining moment.
And I guess as far as who wins goes, as far as I know, like neither have any hacks to really speak of, so it's basically just purely a numbers game. In which case, I believe
Nolan does not have hacks. He's really just a stat brick.
Yeah, and in which case, as far as I know, Bardock has an edge in the stats department. So, yeah, guess that answers that.
I guess you could also probably argue, I guess martial arts and maybe, well, he's not in range from Ki Plus could probably help him.
Yeah, that would probably be helpful.
I think Bardock probably wins, but I wouldn't be completely shocked if Nolan just fucking slapped him.
Okay, actually, I said I was done, but
It should have been me. It should have been me.
Rena, if he slapped you, your jaw will be halfway across the planet. Sorry, go on, Jess.
God.
Good.
Well, I just need to say is that my one last piece I need to say on this episode. Omnipotus-sama, save me!
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. He's in the episode.
Like, man.
Chat, do you think they're gonna scale Bardock to freeze a supernova?
Oh yeah, because he survived that.
Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, okay, I think I forget if I said this before, but it was the funniest thing because this matchup was a Discord death battle, and Omni fucking POTUS came up so often that he basically just became the third combatant.
Oh my days. I love versus debating.
Yeah, it's funny.
Alright, well, we have nothing else to say on it. I think that's a good time to move on to the next idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, so alongside Omni-Man vs. Bardock was Bowser vs. Eggman. Another matchup with the returner. Or two.
And funny enough, also another dad matchup.
And significantly better dads at that.
True.
So
No,
yeah.
what do you mean? Bardock did nothing for his son.
Oh yeah, and Nolan was also a good dad when he wasn't physically beating him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got better, guys. I promise.
Yeah, he got better from being a warmonger. But anyways, enough about bad dads. Let's talk about the good dads.
Mhm.
Which is funny because two matchups away are going to be another pair of good dads.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic. So, Bowser vs. Eggman,
well, I guess I'll just preemptively state this is that I kind of just hope this is the last we'll ever see of Mario vs. Sonic.
what do you mean? Black vs. Merlina!
Well, actually, no. Well, no, I love Black vs. Merlina, but, like, I guess I should mean it by the end of Mario vs. Sonic with matchups that are actually plausible to happen.
Oh. Yeah, fair.
I gotta kill you now.
But yeah, like, I feel like Bowser vs. Eggman is just one of those matchups where it's like, you don't need an introduction. Everyone knows it,
No, I'm
everyone
sorry.
likes it or understands why other people like it. It's
Where's
just...
the essay mark?
Yeah, it's one of those matchups where it's
where's
like,
my
you don't...
3,000 words?
Yeah,
Where's
you
my
don't need to...
3,000 words?
Yeah, you don't need to be sold on this match or given, like, some 50-page long connections list. Nah, it's... You just look at it and you're like, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, not thematic enough for Eggman, I fear.
Yeah, it doesn't touch on the nuances of Bowser's character, I'm afraid.
So true. God, where's this kidnapping Peach, huh? When has Eggman ever kidnapped anyone?
Yeah, when it's...
is that I unironically think if you really want to play that, it doesn't touch on the nuances of your character. This matchup is the only thing to fucking do that. That's the really funny part.
Okay, but no, it's very funny you say that, Greg, because I was just thinking, when does Eggman kidnap someone? No, not the Peach and Elise connection.
No, I like that you thought... I like that you thought of Elise and not all the frickin' animals.
No, well, you see, I don't know if I like the implications of comparing Peach to animals.
No. The comparison there is the toads that Bowser turned into bricks.
Yeah, the one that murdered,
true.
the ones that Mario was totally complicit in murdering. What a sociopath.
No, that was him freeing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That was the imposter.
Yeah. I don't think there's real much of a point then to going over, like, general thoughts on the match, unless we want to talk about just, like, our history with the characters, in which case, hi, I grew up with Mario and Sonic. Those were, like, my two biggest autisms as a kid. So here we are now.
I am Buzz Lightyear number 5.6. I grew up with Mario and Sonic. They were literally my dominating childhoods as a kid, and like I'm the one who played almost like every major Sonic game at the time. I also was obsessed with Mario because like anyone with like a pro brain is obsessed with Mario. And hey, it's Bow Wow. I mean, where can you go wrong with the King of Awesome? And
Yeah.
oh man, I was also the person who played one of my favorite Mario games ever, Bowser's Inside Story. Oh, that was so awesome.
Still think
really
about...
excited about going inside Bowser.
I still think about Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games on the DS where they actually team up together. That was raw.
Yeah,
Listen,
that was
Aggie, as long as we're here, why don't we take in the sides?
yeah, like I love the fact that Eggman's like two most popular versus comparisons are people who he's canonically been buddy with.
Oh yeah, because the Wile E, there was also the Archie comic. That's really funny. So, yeah, I guess we can just go straight on then to what we want to see in the episode.
I want to see King Boo drag Eggman to hell. That would be funny, I think.
Yeah.
What? I'm being dragged to hell.
This is kind of another one to talk about because oh, what do you want to see in this matchup? And it's just like a laundry list because there's so much you can do, especially since we already know they're basically doing the whole army.
I want King Boo to solo everything because he's my goat.
King
Okay.
Boo. By the way, can I just say, I found it so amazing when people saw shots of this match and they thought it wasn't real because they used Luigi's Mansion King Boo design.
That is really funny. King Boo in my Bowser versus Eggman? What are you, nuts?
It's so funny because like they wouldn't use the cool King Boo design because they just wouldn't. Okay.
No, that's real hating, honestly.
No, I think I have to commend King Boo because like he's like the biggest he's the biggest hater in the Mario universe, and I respect him so much for that. Like this man had so much of hatred for Mario that he just dragged him into painting, and then he kept that vendetta against Luigi. Like it's so peak.
Yeah. I will say as well, just look at the fight preview. Shout out to them using the Egg Dragoon, my goat. Sonic Unleashed, love you. One of the first games I ever owned.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed good. I was just sad I couldn't beat it as a kid because of Eggman Land.
I couldn't beat it as a kid because I was a wuss and was scared of Dark Gaia.
I couldn't beat it because I just never got around to it.
I beat it.
I beat it later on. Yeah.
Just always got something to say, bro.
I beat it as a kid.
Can I just say shout out to our friend Hyper Starman for ruining the word beat for me? If you know,
off.
you know. Yeah. Hyper, if you're watching, hi. Hope you enjoyed beating off. Anyways, anything else?
Bowser, my beloved, but specifically RPG Bowser.
Oh, true. God, it's gotta be so funny if they also give Bowser a proper voice like in Super Mario Sunshine.
Mario!
Let me get something that I sent a friend, because like I saw people putting those character tiers people do, and I saw people putting Bowser like really high, and I didn't disagree, but I thought of this and just put it on screen, but like this immediately popped into my head.
Is it the burger flipping gif? Oh.
Oh my god.
RPG Bowser versus Mainline Bowser? Well, Mainline Bowser is funny, right?
Me when the RPG Bowser in question is Sticker Star.
No, like not Sticker Star Bowser is a complete. No, Sticker Star Bowser is a farce. He is not Bowser.
He's a skid. He's a skid.
You're
walker.
not him.
Yeah, well, I just like to say. Oh, can I just say, I also found really funny with this matchup in particular is the fact that I know, because Thousand Year Door has a really funny line where Kevin goes, hey, how do you like your eggs, my master? And I think one of the options was boiled or fried or something like that. And like, wow, that's really funny.
What's funny about that meme is I think people choose one option specifically to speedrun it just because it saves frames.
Yeah, I am familiar with Mario speedruns. Like, I'm one of those people who grew up with. I'm one of those people who grew up with the Mario 64 speedruns.
Alright, if we don't have anything else to share, then let's move on to the ultimate. Go on.
Wait. I wanted to say for fight ID. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I was gonna say for fight ideas I would find it like the coolest shit ever if we have like Death Egg, those Final Egg Blaster, if they include that versus Giant Bowser. Like, I just think that would be cool.
Alright, my specific want is that I want Eggman to use Neo Metal Sonic, and then King Babam grabs him and just does the fucking Android 16 finish.
That is amazing. Okay, no, I want to add one. Sorry.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, I want to add one more idea where the last like 30 seconds, the time meter kills Bowser, Eggman thinks he wins, and then turn your DS vertically.
Yeah.
Seeing so many people make the Mario and Luigi versus Sephiroth, but with Bowser versus Eggman, and it's so funny. I'm seeing everywhere on my Twitter, it's like, Bowser's a master of the dark arts, what can Eggman do? Like, nobody is taking Eggman's count, this is so funny.
I just want to say as well, I 100% want the kill to be... Oh, sorry.
Like, to put it into perspective, I'm seeing like casually on Twitter, Bowser with the Dreamstone is multiversal, like what is Eggman gonna do? And I'm like, why is this just so casually on my Twitter timeline?
It's so weird, dude.
I think this is the only time I ever laughed. One of the only times I ever laughed at a versus related meme. The Bowser Killer. I'm being dragged to hell.
I will say one thing about the Dreamstone. This actually can segue into something. One thing I like about the Dreamstone is how Bowser still uses his minions. Like he makes imaginations and dreamy figures of his minions. And now you can say that's just because he's stupid and is very short-sighted. But I like to think that he just uses his minions as like to conjure them up, just because he has that much faith in them.
Yeah. That's a really cool thing about the match in general, just the contrast of how they command their respective forces. Like,
yeah, and I was gonna say as well, I 100% want the kill to be. You remember at the end of Sonic Unleashed when Dark Eye just Eggman away and he flies off into space? Can the kill just be that, but it's the Eggman, but it's Eggman getting the drop kick?
Yeah, I remember that happening in the 1 minute melee. That was really funny.
Yeah.
I was gonna elaborate on my previous point. Like, I need Metal Sonic to either cook or job in the most embarrassing way, and King Bomb fucking taking him out sounds really fucking funny. Okay, I will accept just fucking Pitty Piranha boring him. I just need it to be funny as fuck.
It's just the Sarge vs. Caboose death, where just the bomb pipes up and he's like, "Well, should have seen that one coming."
Okay, I need to. Oh, you see, I also need this to happen so that we can segue into the goated Piranha Plant versus Chomper.
True. Oh, but what I just remembered this idea I saw. But basically, it was like Sage tries to like.
Chomper from Plants vs Zombies, right?
Yeah, the Venus flytrap Chomper.
First of all, two things. Gray, do you have Garden Warfare 2?
Yes.
We should play it at some point. Anyways, the second thing. Does Chomper have a PD Piranha equivalent?
I remember asking that a while ago, and I think the most that came up was that I think Chomper had some like hero variant of some kind.
Chompzilla.
Alright, sure. PD Piranha, my fucking goat.
Yeah. I was gonna say, on the Metal Sonic point, I remember like what Want was like, Sage tries to reason with Bowser Jr. throughout the fight, and on like the final time, she's just like, alright, I guess you're not gonna listen to reason. And then she just fucking, as she ducks away, you just see Metal Sonic fucking rushing up to fucking punch Bowser Jr. It's like that one fucking gif of Eggman like sliding away as Knuckles proceeds to punch Sonic.
Yeah. I just want to say, I know it's unrelated. Me thanking Garden Warfare for allowing Chomper to move so they can have animation potential.
Yeah.
Hey Gray, what Plants vs Zombies content did you show Jay?
Huh? Oh, I played the entire main story for him in the original PvZ.
Oh.
And also showed him a bunch of Garden Warfare stuff.
I love how
I remember she also showed me like this one LP of PvZ2 that was somehow longer than One Piece.
What?
My God.
Dude, the fucking Zack Scott Games PvZ2 playthrough. What are you gonna say?
I love how I thought that this was going to be a very short segment because it was like, yeah, what do you need to elaborate on for this matchup? And here we are still talking about it.
I think, okay. Oh, I can say one thing and I won't elaborate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Bowser vs. Ganondorf's a cooler matchup.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Lord Hater?
Two legends.
Lord Hater right here.
One is a bigger legend, and also Eggman versus Lex Luthor is better.
I can see the vision.
I just want. I thank you.
My real plot was that I would have unironically taken Bowser versus Ganondorf too.
I mean, I can see it. Yeah.
Well, there's still hope. No, there's not.
Although I want.
You know what? I think Bowser vs. Ganon is fire, and I think it needs a good animation at some point.
I just like me thanking the Lords every day that Ganondorf is one of the best matchup spreads ever.
True. So yeah, I guess now's a.
Oh,
yeah, we can move on now.
Yeah.
So I guess now's a good time to move into who wins, which is also a bit of a doozy.
Yeah, Rena, go ahead and break your NDA.
No.
Yeah, I do want to give a shout out to a couple of our friends who are working on a blog for Bowser vs. Eggman, and have put an absolute shitload of work into it. Surprisingly, it's very hard to compile a whole blog for 2
want Eggman.
giant
That's all I'm
armies
saying.
of characters across two of the biggest gaming franchises. So, Saragumba, Mannington, Heaven Piercer Chris, Danny, and Loka, who initially made the blog. I'll probably link the blog when it's done at some point, but yeah. Shout out to them for all the hard work they put in, and that, as much as I would love to take credit for, I not contribute to as much as I want, but...
Although,
yeah.
if I remember correctly, I remember his first contribution was putting Zabok on it.
Oh, yeah, no, my contribution was adding the Deadly Six. Yeah,
I can say that, and if we're talking about who wins, is that, and man, unfortunately, people growing up is realizing that Bowser versus Zavok is the better matchup.
Oh, true.
Insane. But yeah, I'll probably have like an actual solid list of reasons when I write a verdict for that blog, because right now, there's a lot to consider, but I will just leave it at I'm probably citing Bowser at the moment. Hopefully that will not end poorly.
Personally, I think King Boo wins.
And the winner is King Boo? King Boo.
It would be very funny. It would be very funny if both Eggman episodes did not have an actual winner of the two main ones.
True.
I think fucking Eggman probably wins. Don't ask me to justify that. I don't want to go through 50 different arguments right now.
Yeah, we'll save the death threats for later.
I'm sick of myself.
So anyway, yeah, Bowser, a good matchup. Yeah, that was very fun.
Yeah, very excited for it. Now, moving on to an episode that I'm sure we're all going to be very excited for. As part of the $125,000 stretch goal, I believe it was, we'll be getting Light Yagami versus Columbo.
I forgot. I forgot that was that.
Oh my god!
Okay. I'm sure we have opinions about this
I'm
one.
not even gonna sugarcoat it. I fucking hate this idea. I hate it. I just hate it.
Sorry, Liam. You're probably never gonna see this, but we're sorry, Liam.
Okay, can I just say, okay, I've been so excited for this since yesterday because when we got to talking about this match, because there was like just something I needed to share immediately that was just so fucking funny. I'm just gonna post this here in the chat, but basically the Death Battle wiki tried to give a connections list for Light versus Columbo, and I want you to read this, Pitt. This is absolute art.
Okay, I'll read this in my best David Attenborough impression. The connections between Light and Columbo are that they are both incredibly intelligent protagonists. I mean, I guess Light's the protagonist, but he's also the antagonist, so that's just a funny way of wording it.
I mean, I guess to be fair, villain protags are a thing. So
yeah, true. From critically acclaimed detective How Ketchum.
I assume that's a term meant to shows that are about trying to catch criminals, I guess. But Death Note is not that. That's just straight up wrong.
I wonder who committed the crime in Death Note. Could never guess. Both are detectives who seek to take down criminals, and as part of their mission, wear metaphorical masks in order to keep their enemies at arm's length. Light constantly keeps up a facade of not being Kira to various detectives, while Columbo typically pretends to be dim-witted towards his suspects. You're comparing Light being Kira to Columbo being a dumbass.
No, keep going, it gets even better.
Leading to iconic cat and mouse games. Both are regarded as top detectives in their precincts. Light is deemed the only one who can become the second L. Sorry, Nier. And Columbo is globally acclaimed by his superiors. In their crusades against crime...
Can I just say calling Light a detective is funny as fuck?
Yeah. In their crusades against crime, both are joined by an apathetic non-human being, Ryuk, a bored Shinigami, and...
Yes, I want you to know, they are comparing Ryuk to this doggo.
Can I show the dog?
Yes, you can, you sweetie.
Here, look at
Literally-
the pupper.
It's literally just that one meme of just the demon dog and then the golden retriever.
Look at the puppy. It's so cute.
Oh, yeah, he's a good boy.
And
But,
an ever loyal,
yeah.
and an ever loyal marital partner. Misa Amane. Wait. It's been ages since I read Death Note, but didn't Light very clearly not reciprocate to Misa?
No, he very explicitly viewed her as just a tool and a means to his own end.
Great. Both also wear similar.
And if memory serves, we never even actually see Miss Columbo on screen.
That's really funny. Both also wear similar outfits consisting of a tan coat over a white shirt and tie. This is also a battle of opposites, as Light is a genius serial killer with a large ego, while Columbus is a genius detective who catches killers with large egos. Additionally, Light kills people with the Death Note when he writes down their full name, while Columbo refuses to say his...
That is not a functional contrast.
This is some of the most. That was some of the most. Absolutely, you are desperately scraping the bottom of the barrel connections I've ever seen.
This isn't scraping the bottom of the barrel, this is scraping the core of the earth. Oh my god.
But yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way because it was funny as fuck.
That is probably the most joy any of us are getting out of this, out of talking about our feelings on this matchup. Let's be real.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll just go first. Light versus Columbo. It was a. I like solid JJ skits. They're funny. And I say that because that's pretty much that. As far as I'm aware, that's probably just going to. I would hope not, but that's probably just going to be the episode's just going to be a solid JJ skit where Columbo just catches Light.
Yeah.
I mean, were we just saying that? Fine, whatever.
Okay.
I will say as well that. Oh, sorry.
You go first, and I'll go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even barring like the many problems with it as a matchup, I also just don't think Light really has a place in Death Battle. Because, not even just because of the fact that he doesn't fight, like he throws one punch in the show, big whoop, but also just the fact that mysteries like these take time. Columbo has like hour-long episodes apiece. Death Note's 2 parts are 6 manga volumes apiece. I think even like if this was 4 times as long as the longest episode or the longest fight of the show, even that would probably be pushing it. So probably like at best 5-minute animation for this big mystery. Nah, you are going to be rushing the hell out of that. And the worst thing you can do with a mystery is rush it.
Yeah, and I guess also my main thing is like putting all the preemptive like grievances aside was I want to have faith that Liam, I know he's gonna try his best. He'll probably make it fun at least as much as he can, but I just don't exactly have the best faith when like every time they've like talked about this or alluded to the matchup, it's just been kind of under the guise of a joke or just how much, oh wow, look how funny Columbo Man is just going to catch Light Yagami. And that's weird too, how Light has so much.
Okay, Light wins, he'll win.
I mean, by all accounts he should, but...
by all logical metrics, Light should win, but he's not going to win.
Peak Light Yagami gets Shigaraki eyes. It's over.
Wait, how far are you doing Death Note? I didn't know before seeing it.
Only 5 episodes.
Is that one? Okay, wait. Gray, how many Death Note stories do you know?
Most of them.
Is this before or after Lindell? I forgot.
We've already seen Lindell.
Okay, so yeah, Columbo will find out to do the Lindell Taylor trick. Yeah, he'll find out he needs to do that to make sure Light's from camera. He'll find out. He'll find a way. How will he find a way? No, I don't know. Just trust me.
Okay, that's actually the funny thing is the fact that how you would even get this matchup to start in the first place is like really tenuous at best. Like,
wait, fuck, can we wrap this up quick, Josie, if I'm starting?
Oh, okay. I'll speed run through this and like Columbo.
Yeah, we can take a break.
Oh, okay.
We can just. I guess we'll just I guess we'll just take an intermission break, and then I'll
Yeah,
come
so
back
let's
to
just
this
get to
later.
this and then intermission.
Okay, cool.
Thank God for editing powers.
I think. Oh, should I go?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm probably the person most excited for this, just on account of like I don't have any of the experience these three have with the matchup in this community. I think Light's an interesting character. I also
Light's my
want to
goat! My goat!
I also want to see Columbo be covered because I think he's cool and I want people to actually learn about him instead of just hyping him up from fucking parody skits.
Solid JJ, fuck you.
Okay, look, Solid JJ is cool and all, but he's done a little damage. I'll be honest. I trust in Liam to actually write it correctly, unlike these three. No offense, all offense.
You won't take offense.
What do you mean unlike all three? I'll watch Columbo. I've been watching Columbo.
That's what you sound like. You sound like his dog right now.
We're good friends.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, I'm very interested in the bonus episode format because that was my main concern with it initially as like an episode proper. So like, I'm willing to let Liam cook. I want to see what he does. I'm very interested to see both be covered. I get the whole aspect of like, fun fact by the way, Light has killed more people than most people in Death Battle. Anyway,
Thank you, CJ, for covering that.
yeah.
I feel like the only ones that would beat him are the cosmic characters. Like anyone
That's
below-
fucked up.
Like I'm being sincere. Like let me go through like at least season 10. Like let's just go through at least season 10, right? Man Adam, nope. Chosen of Dead and Dovahkiin, nope. Fucking Kilamiska, nope. Rocket and Stitch, nope. Vader, nope. Obito, well maybe. We need to think about that. Maybe.
That was a lot of dead Uchihas.
Okay, to be fair, do you count Vader being complicit in the Death Star as kills?
That would go for every Death Star employee.
Yeah, fair.
Obito, maybe. Phoenix, I would need to actually check. But like, I know. Phoenix, let's just say yes. I feel like at some point they could probably destroy the universe. At some point.
Most likely.
I'd be shocked if they didn't. She had to destroy the planet, so never mind. So she definitely has more kills. Even I would need to double check. Guts and Dimitri, I would be so fucking for real. I think Light has more kills than Guts and Dimitri.
That's really funny.
I think he has more kills than both of them.
That's really funny considering Dimitri led an army into war.
And funny, and there was also that one part of Berserk where Guts was kind of inadvertently made to kill a bunch of shape-shifting babies and got framed for it.
Yeah,
Well,
been there too,
He really
Guts.
framed for it if he killed them.
Manhunter and
Well,
Surfer.
Well, I guess I mean by framed, I kind of mean well, he did do it, but they made him look more worse than he actually was in context.
Manhunter and Surfer. Technically, I guess you could say Surfer gets planets for Galactus that one time, but like that's not him actually doing the cog himself. So it. Bill, yes. Discord. I don't know, JS. Do you think Discord has more kills than Light?
I don't think Discord is generally killed many people.
Well, as far as now that's the thing. Discord, in fact, he very explicitly does not kill at all. He just, at best, he just kind of like trolls and screws around with people. Like, in fact, that was actually the whole plot point of why he despised Cosmos, because she actually does go the extra mile to murder people instead of just toying with them.
Okay. Cole would depend. Well, they use good Coles, I know. Alex, I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure about Alex, honestly.
Wouldn't the ending of Infamous 2 still have him killing, like, all the conduits?
Technically, yeah, it was. all the conduits died from Giant's RFI.
That's my go.
Spoilers for an over 10-year-old game, by the way.
It will be nice to say Cole has more kills. Like, Frieza has more kills. I think Megatron has way more fucking kills. Like, that fucking flower field, bro has more kills.
Dude! Fucking flower field.
Gojo doesn't have as many kills. Makima, I'm not sure about Makima. I can buy it. Not sure.
Gojo made all of Japan have a seizure.
Only in the death battle.
So.
Man.
Suing her, no. Rick absolutely has killed. Rick absolutely.
Yeah. Doctor Two.
I mean, Doctor Asuka's
Yeah.
the moment.
Dude, that fucking Twitter thread of the new Doctor Who kills was so funny.
I remember when it went from like Christopher Eccleston, surprisingly no kills, David Tennant.
David. I think the funniest part of that was them acknowledging that the 12th Doctor was meant to be more grim and gritty Doctor. He had the least kills besides Christopher Eccleston.
That's really funny.
I mean, yeah,
Fucking-
I mean, definitely the most gritty Doctor.
Yeah, but fucking 10 killed the most people. Funny, bro.
That's so funny. Anyways, Goku, no. Oh. Yeah, no.
No.
Well,
No! Stop!
I had to double check like 5 times, but like no.
There were not more people in that Red Moon Army base than there were light kills.
But you know, the Dragon Ball is bigger than ours.
So, chat, I sure do wonder, did Galactus and Unicron kill more people than Light Yagami?
I don't know, man. Unicron was kind of
I think
lazy.
we were ranked more people than Light Yagami.
I don't know, was Galactus really that bad of a guy?
You're a bad guy, but you're not the bad guy.
I love how we were supposed to speedrun through this and just went on a huge tangent.
Okay, but it was a fun. It was a fun
It was
side
fun.
tangent.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you need to be actually a cosmic character to have more kills than Light Yagami.
Actually, yeah. God. Oh, fuck. But yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah.
I guess we're all wrapped up on this segment then?
Unless you guys want to talk about anything you want to see in the fight, I guess.
I guess I already mentioned that I'd prefer that to be written well, but I think that goes for everyone here too.
Yeah, I think that goes without saying.
I don't.
Gianni as Columbo. I want him.
Well, it would go without saying. Well, I doubt it probably wouldn't happen, but I think the coolest presentation I've heard is if it was done in like a motion comic style.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, and also,
Yeah.
if
all the way to that.
I would also kind of like, I guess, I'm using more TV tropes lingo here, a Pyrrhic victory where basically Light does end up winning, but basically I mean, I guess it's not realistic, but it's like somehow Light accidentally killing Columbo, but he ends up managed to inadvertently get Light caught in the process after his death, and then Ryu just kind of goes fucks off to the Shinigami realm.
So basically, like,
I need funny Ryu commentary. He's so funny.
I was about to say, so,
Ryu.
so you basically want like that one kill that Light did early in Death Note that basically just ended up being his downfall.
Pretty much.
I need the Ryuk interactions. He's such a funny guy.
I remember hearing this really funny interaction where Columbo just walks in on Light's station or where he was at, and then he just says, I notice you have an awful lot of eaten apples in this trash bin.
Listen, I need my fiber.
Dude, me when I'm definitely a normal high school kid and just read porn on the bed.
The most unrealistic thing about that is implying that Light is straight.
True. God, I love that.
He's bi.
Alright, and we've basically already covered like who we think wins, so.
I just want to specify that Light by like either episode 2 or 3 has a greater intelligence feat than anything to my knowledge in Columbo.
By the way, Pitt, can you flash this on screen?
Noted.
Thank you. But now you have to know it. They have to know what we're laughing at.
Yeah. If I forget what this is referring to in editing, I'm gonna cry. So anyways, I think we're done with Light vs. Columbo then.
Yeah.
Right. I think we said about enough we can without devolving into the blind rage.
Alright.
Yeah. Me and Jess are gonna go watch anime now.
Yeah. We'll be right back after these messages.
And then I'll go watch Yosefam. Then we'll watch Yosefam and go meet back up with you. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
One eternity later.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, me and my good friends, Crash Bandicoot, Uka Uka, Coco.
No, I was doing Eustace.
Ah, damn it! I thought that was Uka Uka going, Uka Uka.
Stupid dog, you made me look bad. Booga booga booga.
Stupid Irishman, you make me look bad.
Stupid dog.
Well, this is already off to a golly good. I can't even speak right.
Yeah,
This is already off to a jolly good start.
Jolly good show, lad.
So anyways, let's talk about the exact opposite of jolly. Let's talk about two incredibly pissed off god slayers. Kratos versus Asura!
Did you?
We're gonna have
There's
some...
gonna be that one One Piece image. This pie is so good I could die. This pie is so awful I could die.
I was dreading this part because I don't want to be a dick in front of you.
Okay,
No,
Don't worry, I'll be a dick
It's
in front of
fine.
you later.
no, it's okay. I'll just. Okay.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
yeah, Jess, you take the stage first before I say something I probably shouldn't.
Okay. Just I want to provide. Okay, I just want to provide some levity first. Okay. Did you know the plot of Asura's Wrath is Among Us?
Shut the
I'm gonna
fuck
kill you.
up.
Yeah, like
Never
I mean,
mind.
yeah, like the Emperor was the victim. Asura was the alleged imposter, and then he got wrongfully framed
Yeah,
for it,
see,
and then he got
I
ejected.
made this connection first. Don't steal my bit.
If I was a right old asshat, I would say, so that means imposter's just a better match with the Kratos. Not that much of a dick, I like to think.
Oh wait, well, imposter can also like shapeshift, and Asura changes his body around. That's another connection.
They're also cosmic level beings.
I'm gonna kill you. Oh my god. Wait.
Asura loses enough matches as is, come on.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Just
I
should I
flash this
actually,
image on screen.
should I? Okay, should I actually start talking? Okay, enough of my preamble. Let's probably actually start talking about Kratos versus Asura.
Yes, let's do that.
Wait, honey,
Okay.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can you show this image on screen? When we were talking about that earlier.
Give it a funny vibe.
Gray.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, go on, Jess.
Okay. Okay, so I was just gonna say, okay, well, before I should also say, did you know that Amaterasu from Okami fame is in Asura's Wrath? You should. They are both very good characters.
CJS, most people wouldn't know that because most people haven't played Asura's Wrath.
That's
True. That's
Yeah, that's good. In fact, there's also the depressing thing that this episode is pretty much guaranteed to make more money than Asura's Wrath did.
I want it on record.
I
Says
saw.
that Asura's Wrath has what, 200,000 sales?
It was 180k.
Yeah.
So anyway, Asura's Wrath, great. Okay, well, one thing I just want to say, I guess talking about ballad backstory, is that I find it incredibly beautiful and poetic that the matchup that basically got in second place in these champion bouts twice and still ended up losing both times, and then we finally get it after a Kickstarter got the money. And I was like, I thought it was very beautiful for a matchup to fight tooth and claw to get it from both combatants who was one of their whole things is just trying to claw their ways out of the afterlife because they're too angry to die.
Just like me, for real.
Yeah, true. Anyway, I thought about it. I went through Asura's Wrath. Very good game. I like it. It's the best anime of all time. Okay.
Oh my god. Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, and yeah, I like Asura. He's very cool, and I like a lot. I love Liam O'Brien. Awesome voice actor. Yeah.
Asura
Okay.
and Gara sharing a VA is so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I just also thought about yeah, I personally think it's really cool. I definitely get the criticisms that Asura out of surface is definitely a lot higher scale than God of War ever gets in terms of visually, but also I personally think the best way to write Asura in a versus fight like this would be like, going at it from a character driven perspective. I also like the theme of yeah, we're both very angry, yeah, we're both fathers, yeah, we both kind of screwed the pooch sometimes, but we ultimately still wanted to come to terms with our emotional turmoils and become better ourselves as people. And also, did you know that the god pantheons kind of suck ass, so we should also destroy them. We don't have to feel bad about that. And also, we love our families, and I also just love the fact that you can end the fight with just Asura going no holds bar out with Kratos and all his arsenals. And man, if the ending, I don't know if it'll happen, but if the ending happens to be Asura turning to stone and then Kratos just gives him his final respects, I think I'm gonna cry.
Oh, so basically Gogeta versus Vegito.
Yeah,
So true.
Hey, they ripped off Asura's rap first. Ah!
And also, I was also gonna say that okay, one thing I absolutely want to see from this animation is that please have the UI and the QTTEs interacting with each other. That was too perfect.
Yeah, that's
I'd be
like
so
the most
sad we
no
didn't
shit
see-
Sherlock thing to include.
And also, I would love if it's just like we get a burst impact on Asura so that we can get the final blow in, and also. I would also just find it insanely cool if it was like Asura growing extra limbs in order to like contend with Kratos and all his doodads going at it with Asura. I think I also saw like an idea of like Kratos can't fire nearly as much as some other visual examples, but of just like an entire maelstrom of like projectiles and arguments going at Asura, and he's just like, yeah, I got this, and just punches all of them out of the sky, and that sounded so sick. And and you could also have maybe Asura start firing projectiles, and Kratos can use like the Golden Fleece to like reflect all of them. That sounds like a cool interaction too. And also, Kratos actually turned giant this one time in God of War 2, so that he will turn to the size of the mountain, and then Asura will tell him to bring it on. And because he's so strong, he will just immediately kill Kratos and take home the win, because Asura wins, actually.
That was God of War 1. Nerd emoji.
No. Remember, don't you remember when like Kratos turned like a giant, and then briefly, but then Zeus was a dick and then took his powers away?
My ears.
Did I hurt your ears?
No, sorry. You just talked a lot. I got a bit overwhelmed.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's fine. It's not your fault. I'm just silly.
This is a breakup happening. Boy.
No. Oh, no,
No!
I'll kill myself.
First Pit the Swordmaster podcast ends in a breakup.
No. I'm sorry.
I
I
thought the
just,
worst part would just be over the matchup.
There's
sorry.
something so
I just want.
that would be so fucked up if during the matchup definition of love wins in the end has a breakup.
Nah!
No, I'm sorry. I just love Asura and also.
No,
Kratos.
thank you, sweetie.
Yeah, it's just I love Asura a lot, and Kratos is really cool. So I was really excited to talk about the cool things we can do.
I'm just a little tired, so I just got overwhelmed, I guess.
You're fine.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I guess just one last thing I thought was really funny is that for a while I always thought that the white or that was running Asura's eyes was meant to be energy, but no, it's just because he's literally blinded by his rage.
They do that with August as well. It's really
So
cool.
you're saying he beats Rohan?
Yes, he does.
True.
And he also
love-
beats, and he would also beat Weather Report.
Motherfuckers be like he beats Rohan because Rohan wins because he blitzes.
He blitzes beginning of game Asura, but Asura is literally blinded by rage.
Okay, this is not the statement here is not meant to sound inflammatory by any chance, but like I totally get that Asura's like and Scale can get like Dragon Ball tier in terms of it, but I think that you can have him fight fight against like a high octane on the ground planet fight just fine. I mean, there's several boss fights that are just like that, so I personally don't have much of an issue with him just doing that with Kratos personally.
Alright. Does anyone else want to go next before? Me?
I guess I'll.
I.
Okay, on.
Okay.
Go on, take the stage.
Alright. So, God of War. Good series. Kratos is one of my favorite characters in fiction. And then when I got to the screen, it was like, oh man, I want a good matchup for Kratos because I didn't like Dante. I do now, but like back then I was like, Dante's kind of dog shit. And so a certain hyperstar man was like, hey, you want to stream Asura's Wrath someday? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And then that happened. And then I was like that, oh my god, I get it gif. Because then Asura also became one of my favorite fictional characters. And then now it's like, oh, I love these two and I want to see them fight. Because it's two characters that mean a lot to me from stories that I respect a lot. And it's also like, I know people want Cosmic Fight for Asura, and I cannot judge them for that. different strokes. But the best parts of Asura's Wrath are the fighting that like actually delves into Asura's character. Like the Yasha fight is fire because it's both a fire as fuck fight, but it's also like a very good look into like Asura's character itself.
You mean all
And
three
I think
Yasha
leading
fights?
something like that for
Yeah,
Kratos
like,
versus Asura would be kind of fire.
Man. Oh man, like I don't know if you could do this for Kratos, but man, I would like pop off hard if you could do like any sort of Yasha style symbolism in the fight.
Yes, like have a fight that's the thing, like the cosmic fights. I'm not saying I should emphasize, not judging anyone for wanting the cosmic fights, I'm just explain my point of view. The cosmic fights are visual eye candy, but they're not like actually like very heavy or relevant story wise or character wise, which is fine. They don't need to be. But that's why I like the Yasha fights so much, because it's a cool action, but it's also very character driven and very story focused. So I think leading something like that for Chris vs. Asura would be kind of fire.
And then you have like guys like August, which has a bit of both.
Yeah, August is like mostly like just exploring like him and Asura, like how Asura like is kind of like him, but also different in ways that he ends up proving by beating him.
Although
And then
actually,
there's, the jump from Moon to the Earth.
yeah, like, and that's also actually also anything that's not Chakravartin or like Wizen, I think that's like the best visual feat in the game, of just going all the way from the moon to the Earth with that very comically large sword.
Comically large sword.
Yeah. I was actually okay. Before we say anything else, I just remembered a really funny comparison that I need to say.
Yeah.
So can we make the funny connection of the Asura Hot Spring QTEs versus the Aphrodite QTE?
Aww. Wait. Hold on. Are you implying Kratos and Asura banging on a hot spring?
No. The thing is, it's a contrast because Asura, in fact, is in a really funny bit of humor where they basically imply that Asura needs to take the same amount of effort to not do anything with women as it does for him to throw a punch, and then also Kratos not doing the restraining with Aphrodite. Is a great contrast.
Look, it was a moment of weakness. He hasn't had his wife in thousands of years.
Yeah.
Also, he was drunk.
And also one of the funniest moments of the whole game, where it's just like he's just about to do it, but then August just sucker punches him.
I love that face. But yeah, I guess I'll talk now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I respect God of War a lot. I've seen like a bunch of gameplay clips.
By the way, alright, I need to call out. Had his top 10, never played a God of War game. I gotta call you out.
I dropped it, okay? I knew it was a fraud. Anyway, so yeah, like Reiners over here has said, yeah, I haven't played a God of War game. I've just seen a bunch of clips, and I mostly just watched.
I haven't played Asura's Wrath, but I've seen the full Let's Play, so I'm on thin ice.
My
I'm
God.
on thin ice.
But yeah, I've watched like a bunch of Ragnarok clips. People post them everywhere. Oh, sorry, go on, Janice.
Well, I'll just say, sweetie, if you watch Mythology Guide, then you get out of broad territory.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, basically just seeing a bunch of clips around. I think Kratos is really interesting. I like what is shown of his arc. But looking forward to actually playing the games one day. Anyway, I get to talk about Asura, one of my favorite fictional characters, because he's so cool.
And I'm very happy.
Yeah,
the only minor downside with it being Norse Kratos, is just the fact that it's not you can't as easily do the shut him up mid sentence QTE.
Yeah, Norse Kratos doesn't really talk like that. I mean, he can do it with Mimir though.
Yeah, Amir. Yeah, let's just punch him in the face.
Because he doesn't shut up. But yeah, so Kratos versus the actual reason I got into Asura's Wrath in the first place was because of Kratos versus Asura, because when it got onto the ballot, I was like, oh, this seems like a cool match. I don't know anything about them, though. And then I just booted up Asura's Wrath on the PS3, legally, by the way, I should specify, with my legal copy of Asura's Wrath I definitely own. And basically, I played through the entire game, save for the DLC, because fucking downloads, whatever. And then, yeah, it sucks ass. Anyway, I I don't know. Also, just really resonated with me. I love this story so much. I just think he's really cool because he's the best father ever.
Yeah.
He
Like,
literally sustained himself off of he sustains himself off of rage, like based towards like the injustice the gods do to innocents.
Yeah, that's actually became one of my favorite connections of the fight is the fact that, yeah, the god pantheons kind of suck
Sorry.
ass.
Yeah, sorry, I got disconnected. But yeah, just I really like Asura, and this matchup, like, I actually just did a tier list for Asura like a few days ago, which kind of like, basically my whole thing with Asura is that I think in versus, I really get the appeal of him doing a cosmic fight, and I love that a lot because my favorite alts for Asura are literally both Broly's and Simone.
Yeah.
And those don't really have much to it besides they are... Well, no, Simone doesn't even have the angry bit. That'd just be a really cool fight to me.
Yeah.
But I think what appeals to me the most about Kratos is kind of just like... So... Well, actually, no, just in general, like... the other two here have already said it, but Asura as a character is what means the most to me. Like, I obviously enjoy the cosmic aspect, because it's really fucking cool, and Asura's rap in general has a lot of life to it. But Asura, like, being shown as a character is what matters the most to me. So I think a matchup like Kratos, where it leans more into, like, his background and, like, his general demeanor, means that, like, you kind of have to write a fight like that in a style more akin to, like, his battles with, like, Yasha, August, or even the final fight of Chakravartin in the weird pool place. I forgot what it was called. But, yeah.
Brazil.
Just... Sure.
Yeah, it's Brazil. Yeah, let's call it Brazil.
But yeah, no, I really, like, more than anything else, like, I really appreciate that one of my newfound, like, favorite fictional characters actually has a chance to be on the show and be covered in a way that will basically just explore his character a lot. Like, I mean, again, I like a cosmic fight for Asura, but I think a fight focusing on that wouldn't necessarily show as much of what I like about him. Not that it's, like, a bad thing, obviously, but just Asura being a character is the most important thing to me, so, yeah, I just like him a lot.
Yeah, you're very well said, honey. You got it.
So, that being said, thanks, Kratos, for murdering one of my favorite characters.
Gee, spoiler for when we get to the Who Wins segment.
Nah. No.
Honestly, I guess a little bit of that is there. I still have vividly remember when Speedy just said that Kratos winning is the epitome of versus brain rot.
Yeah, literally. Like, the best way to put it is, to prove Kratos is cosmic, you need to look through, like, all this lore in God of War. To prove Asura is cosmic, you need to play the first 20 minutes of the game.
Asura can fly, by the way.
Yeah,
Guess it's my turn,
Whatever. I just
Alright.
want to say, preemptively say, whatever you say, we are all friends here. We all hold nothing against you. I mean,
Yeah,
Why do you have
that's
this knife to my throat?
It's okay.
I do mean that. I do mean that sincerely, of course, despite the comedic undertone.
I know. I also messed with your
And
house.
I will preface this by saying, both of you guys and anyone else, if y'all like this matchup, fucking peachy, no problems for me. As long as you're not a dick about it, then I don't care. And frankly, it's happening anyway, so not like I can do anything. My backstory is, when I first heard about the matchup, my initial thought was basically, this sounds perfect thematically, I don't know how it works as a fight. I played Asura's Wrath, I played God of War, I really enjoyed both games, and I really liked both characters, especially Asura. And doing that really only reinforced, this is perfect thematically, how does this work as a fight? And that still persists to this day. The thing is, I do completely get, like, wanting this for the story potential more than just pure turn your brain off of action. Because as much as Asura's Wrath just looks like complete mindless action, the story is one of the best parts of the game. It's basically a 70% movie anyway.
Yeah, that's why I call it the best anime, because it pretty much is when even down to the eye catchers.
Yeah. And I mean, the rest of the 30% is a linear beat 'em up, so it's not like you're really missing much of the experience by watching it on YouTube. My thing is, at the end of the day, the story potential, yes, it's there, but I'm coming to a death battle to watch a battle, a fight. And when I don't think it works as a fight, then I start to have issues regardless of how good the story potential is. And I don't think Kratos versus Asura works as a fight on any level. Like, even putting like Asura the Destructor aside and him blowing up planets, the highest scale thing that Kratos does, maybe the 2018 Ragnarok have something that I'm missing. I'm mostly speaking from, like, the original trilogy. The highest scale thing Kratos does is kill Kronos. And that's being very generous, considering that's high scale in the same sense as a Shadow of the Colossus fight. Asura blows up a guy the size of a planet in the first 20 minutes. Asura destroys a fleet of ships in space from ground level by shouting. Asura blows up half the moon and gets skewered by a planet-sized sword in the same fight. Asura fights a giant monster the size of a continent. Just a bit of a scale disparity. And it's not really helped as well by just the presentation of both with game's combat as well. Because God of War is about as fast-paced as, like, a Zelda game. It's very grounded, and then Asura's Wrath is... I don't even mean this just scale-wise, even in terms of the action, it very much is just Dragon Ball in everything but name. And Dragon Ball does not sound like a fun time against Kratos. I don't even particularly like Dante for that same reason, because I still think DMC combat is more absurd than I really like for God of War. And that's putting aside, like, other things that I don't like about Kratos versus Asura, namely, like, Kratos having, like, this Swiss Army knife arsenal, and then Asura is punch the best to character. He's literally punch the best to character. At the end of the day, the fight's still happening. They've obviously found something they're gonna do. And yeah, they've already shown a trailer that, frankly, does look gorgeous. But the fact that they haven't shown any fighting still hasn't done much to raise my expectations. And without calling anyone out, obviously, if you like the ideas, fucking good on you. But every idea I've seen that balances the scale really just, to me, sounds more like Asura does something that makes Kratos look cool. Like, you could say Kratos climbing up Asura the Destructor. Cool idea for, like, a general script, but it's such a lame fucking use of Asura the Destructor to me, because it's a planet-sized wrecking ball, and it's just being used as a stage prop. I just don't like that. I hope they make it work. Obviously, if they found something that works, otherwise they wouldn't be fucking doing this, but my expectations are... I still think, at the very least, they're putting their all into this, and I respect that. I'm just very cautious about my expectations, because I don't fucking like this matchup. Again, if anyone likes it, good on you. I'm happy you get joy out of it. That's why I've been very about whether I wanted to talk about this or not, because I know everyone else here really likes it, especially Rena, who's had to deal with some unfavorable people talking about it. But, yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah. Wow, what a perfectly, like, reasonable, understanding and very thoughtful perspective that's so generous and kind to other people.
Oh, sorry, I should have been more vitriolic. My bad.
No, I was gonna say.
Keep talking, I'm almost behind him.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Oh, cool. Yeah, all very nice. now I'm going to dismember you and put you on an execution list.
There we go. Thank you for
Finally.
distracting him long enough for me to send them. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't say this before because I didn't want to seem like a shill or whatever. But this was also the only Asura matchup that was ever going to happen. So womp womp. I know what ship I want.
Yeah.
My hopes for Asura versus Atrocitus were gone long ago, don't worry.
Yes, everyone's favorite Lantern character, fucking Atrocitus. I love his 10 minutes of screen time in Injustice 2.
Bro, the moment this ended up on both the ballot and the tournament, it was over. Like, you don't want to do this match, just fucking do it.
Okay,
Atrocitus
I don't want to be disrespectful, of course, because I do think Atrocitus can make a sick fight, but I just couldn't help but find it really funny, and I very understood Gray's feelings when she just said that, you know what, I'm feeling spiteful, I'm not gonna have a lantern watch one of my favorite characters ever again.
I like Atrocitus.
I swear, Atrocitus is really cool. It's just that it's Asura, and I understand her. Yeah.
Wow, man. Asura has zero advantages and powers up Atrocitus just by existing. That's so cool. That's exactly what I want from him.
I'd judge you, but at the same time, I don't like Hellboy versus Alucard precisely for the fact that it's one of my favorite characters getting absolutely washed by someone I don't care about.
Oh, shit. Well, actually, I like you for different reasons, but oh my god, you get me.
Yeah, anyway, that's a completely different tangent. We might as well move on to... Okay,
I don't
what are some stuff that you guys want to see in the fight?
Okay. Well, see, we talked about Kratos Asura, and there was not a kill count. See, we did it.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, good point. Anyway, I saw a lot of cool suggestions for this fight, but I think the thing I want the most is obviously I mentioned like the burst impact and having the QTEs of both try to intersect with each other. But I would also absolutely love it a lot if by some chance they can incorporate the ending, because it happened in a manga and happened in the Akuma DLC where Asura eventually turns into a statue, and then Kratos actually sees him for who he really is, past all that overt rage. He just sees him that a very kind-hearted and ultimately I guess benevolent type of deity who doesn't even like the fact that he's worshipped as a god at all, and it just gives his respects before he departs, and I like that's a really beautiful way to incorporate the ending.
Yeah.
I think I want to look this up actually, because I remember someone had a lot of really cool ideas for the fight that sounded cool. Oh, actually, since I'm on that topic, I should mention a really funny thing that I know I mentioned this to Pitty before, but I just found it really funny when I mentioned the statue idea, and then some random guy just said that Asura can break out of stone.
Yeah, after 500 years.
He'll break out eventually. It's literally just the meet the spy bit. He'll break out of the statue any second now. Any second now.
Oh, wait.
See, he moved. Oh, wait, that's blood.
It's funny because, again, Asura is 99% cyborg.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is I didn't even register the fact that he's basically a cyborg until I guess all the story.
We literally only know.
Actually, we call them androids. Well, good for you. You're wrong.
They're artificial humans. I was gonna say the only part of Asura we know for sure is human is his bottom half. Because
Asura's wrath is so funny in terms of setting, because everything on Earth is typical feudal Japan stuff. Everything in space is sci-fi.
You know?
Yeah, I really like that setting. Honestly, the world building of Asura is so cool.
Can we also just bring a note to the fact that canonically Asura and not only and his family and the Guardians just are reincarnating the Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And they imply that he still has his powers in some way because he tries to go Fentrop to destroy a giant meteor.
And it also parallels his thing against Wizen, where he's saying "Come on" to the meteor.
Yeah. Shout out to Asura for punching Dawn in the face for making his daughter cry. Real on.
My god.
God, if any kid bullies his daughter in school, hey, you're not gonna be happy when he shows up at the door.
Yeah. Oh, I think I also remember this really cool idea. It was basically to quote it, it was basically they had like Kratos swing his axe, and then we'll have Asura catch it, and then they pin him against the wall, and then when the blade starts to pierce into the palms of his hands, then Kratos will get decked in the face because Asura grew an extra limb, and then after Kratos gets flying back, he comes to like do his knee as he looks up, and then Asura just starts rolling the fingers of original two arms, and then 4 more rise as he falls down to do like a takedown attack, and I thought that just sounded really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
Oh, I would also like this idea where like Kratos just impales Asura with a weapon, and because Asura just does not give a shit, he just headbutts him anyway.
I wanted to like be like the scene from the original like opening trailer where Asura just gets impaled like fucking a shit ton of weapons in his back, and he just keeps moving regardless. Which also happens in the game. I just remembered, so whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I think I also remember a cool thing happening in one of the anime style scenes where he just like grows a giant energy construct to fight off against Kratos.
I think one of the oh yeah, this isn't gonna happen because I don't think they'll go for this kind of death. But if they have like Kratos like, if they have like Asura's rage fading, I want the eyes to lose their white.
Oh, that would love that so much. Like
They're not going to, but like
I know they're not. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I
I
assume-
don't think. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna go for a melancholy ending as much as I would like that.
I mean,
assume
with Guts
Asura's
versus
just gonna
Dimitri,
be
I have
blown
faith.
Maybe. Like,
Perhaps.
by the way, I wanted to make this joke earlier, but like, when we were talking about Atrocitus, I was like, yeah, I think the fight would be really cool, but also Atrocitus doesn't fight like that, so. Anyway, yeah, like, man, I think I guess I already said it before, but I just want the fights to feel like they do with Yasha, where it just feels
Yeah,
like,
yes.
yeah.
Right. If there's nothing else to talk about, I guess we can go over who wins then. In other words,
I'll just-
Kratos. Sorry.
One last thing is that it's been a bit. I forget if he can do this, but I think I remember a cool interaction idea being that Kratos tries to slow down time, but then Asura just powers through because he can do that.
Goku versus
he's
Hit.
resistant to time.
Goku versus
He's
Hit.
resistant to time. He's resistant to time stop.
Yeah, because I remembered he resisted time stop at some point. I just forgot the context.
Right. But yeah, I guess going over who wins after. It's very funny that I complain about like Kratos being barely close to Asura's scale when he absolutely fucking annihilates Asura.
Oh. No, Asura will win. Don't ask me how, he'll just win. Oh wait,
Asura
I know.
will-
Oh wait, I can bring up the funny argument. Is the fact that Asura will just grow to the size of a planet-sized beach ball, and then he'll be too big for Kratos to affect him with his weapons.
Kratos when he flicks Asura to Destructor into nose and he blows up.
And Kratos does not have the AoE, I fear.
Yeah, nah, he can't. He can't take all. No. Oh wait. Also, this funny thing about the claws of Hades can't get Asura's soul because he resisted the raging demon.
Oh my god.
Those are different kinds of soul hacks anyway.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry, good sir, but soul yanking and soul destruction are not the same thing.
But
It-
yeah,
I will say it would be funny if Kratos ripped Asura's soul out and Asura's soul proceeded to punch him in the face.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I would love that. Just Asura gets you get this sort of foreboding scene where the soul of the entity finally departs, and then he's just like, I'd sucker punch you, and then he just gets flying across the planet.
it's like Yoda versus Mickey, but spiteful.
Yeah.
Insane.
Okay, this is not me trying to undermine any counterpoints against the match because I fully get them and they're entirely valid. But I mean, people would say the same thing about Asura versus Akuma, and they made that work. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
So true.
Ah,
So true.
this is why that DLC can't be bought soon.
This is why he beat Shao Kahn, by the way.
Seriously,
he
Capcom,
got-
re-release Asura's Wrath with the DLC, or I'm gonna strangle someone.
I always just said that every Asura tier list I did that everyone is just angry because they're all unanimously angry that Capcom is utterly They can also Asura's wrapped down in the dirt more than Chakravartin did to Asura himself.
Insane sentence, but very true.
Yeah, anyway, I'm just saying, people be like, Akuma versus Asura scale issue, it doesn't work, me when I buy a DLC.
This is why people argue for composite Akuma versus Cosmic Garo.
No,
Hey.
The goats?
That goes kind of crazy, though.
Anyways, we've been going on for a while, so I think now's a good time to move on to the next matchup.
But yeah, bottom line, Kratos Asura, I can end this with a perfect metaphor, is that people who throw shit at each other and beat dicks to each other over contrasting opinions on the matchup, you're acting like Greek Kratos. Norse Kratos would respect differences and understand that people can coexist with different views. Be more like modern Kratos, okay?
I think Norse Kratos could probably just ignore you.
I was about to say, this is very funny considering the original creator of God of War hates how soft, quote-unquote, Norse Kratos is, and everyone clowned on him for it.
Dude, Baldur definitely felt how soft Norse Kratos was.
Yeah.
You when a character develops.
Anyway, speaking of...
But yeah, I just wanted to end on a very comedic ending note that I still had some sort of moral. I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
JS.
Anyway, speaking
Yes,
of...
Oh, yeah, I was just, did you say something? Were you about to say something, Gray?
DMs.
Oh, okay.
Anyways...
But yeah, go on.
But yeah,
Speaking
we
of
can move on from Kratos Asura. That was fun.
Anyway, speaking of soft, what's softer than the decayed ashes of whoever Shigaraki last touched? That's my segue into Mahito versus Shigaraki.
Okay. Shigaraki versus Mahito. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna open this up by saying I heard someone call this matchup Handyman, and I like that.
It's Mr. Hand.
Anyways, I think this is definitely the most... Well, I can't actually say that now because of a matchup player online, but at the time I would have definitely thought this was the most, for lack of a better word, out-of-pocket matchup revealed on the Kickstarter, because compared to, like, Bowser vs. Eggman or Kratos vs. Asura that, like, everyone and their fucking mother loved, this one was... Well, okay, most people I know still like it, but definitely wasn't as big, but considering My Hero was ending at the time, and JJK's JJK, yeah, makes sense to get views.
I just think the matchup's raw as fuck.
Yeah,
Same.
I guess that's a good segue into talking about matchup thoughts. I guess...
Okay. I personally, not... I think it would be kind of cool if Gray went first because it's Lobotomy Kaizen.
Yeah, fair.
She's not my hero pill.
Yeah, but she's JJK enough to overturn it.
I mean,
biased.
I mean, he is, but that's cute. All right,
No,
I guess I can go first then. I really like Shigaraki versus Mahito. So basically, after Gojo versus Makima happened, I was like, okay, I need more JJK on Death Battle, and around that time, Shigaraki versus Mahito started getting tossed around. I just looked at it and was like, yeah, that checks out. I wasn't aware of like the exact theme at the time. I was just like, they're the funny handymen who kind of look like each other. And then Shigaraki got white hair. Never mind that. And then Shigaraki got white hair. Never mind that matchup. But yeah, no, I really like just. I mean, evidently the whole like one touch and you're dead theme is kind of cool too. But I mainly just like the sheer like versatility and arsenal like that both bring to the field. Like especially Mahito's idol transfiguration, which is such a ridiculously like versatile curse technique. Because not only does it let Mahito essentially shapeshift his body into whatever he needs, but he also turn humans into whatever he needs. And that means he just has an entire army of transfigured humans that he can turn into basically any shape he wants, including giant worms, walls, or a fucking train. And also, like, just in general, like, Mahito's Black Flash is also really cool. I wanted to do a Black Flash. And also his domain looks fucking awesome. I love hands.
Yeah.
Everyone that's gonna draw this matchup is gonna have an absolute bitch of a time.
I love hands.
Yeah, if you're watching this, you're awesome, but also I feel sorry for you if you try drawing this.
Yeah. Okay,
But yeah, I also I think one of the other big appeals of this matchup to me as well is how much Mahito and Shigaraki act like mirrors to Yuji and Deku, and how they both like also evolve alongside them. Like especially during Shibuya, where Mahito and Yuji are just fucking getting bag after bag against each other, and then Yuji just says "I'm you" and kills them. But yeah, basically just. I really love the theme of Shigaraki versus Mahito. I really like Mahito as well, and I still have fond memories of MHA, and I hear like amazing things about My Villain Academia. And also, since I did talk about Mahito's versatility, I like Shigaraki's versatility too. Even if I don't think he fights with that many quirks canonically, he's not like all for one, but you can have him pull out cool like choreography for the fight, like especially with Decay. Like, just him getting attacked by like an army of transfigured humans or whatever, he just decays the whole thing. Oh, and also you can give Shigaraki's Nomas for an army fight, I guess. I don't expect that in animation though.
I was gonna say he's not like all for one because he doesn't stick around for longer than he should.
Apparently.
Exactly. But yeah.
Oh man, that reminds me of, I don't know, the absolute worst thing they could do with this matchup is if they just have all for one come out and win.
The winner is
No. Okay. There's something Cyber brought up, but it's still fire. So like Mahito's about to do is and landing his domain expansion is gonna kill Shigaraki, right? And then we get like a cool fake out scene where he destroys his soul and we find out that's all for one soul.
Oh
So
my god,
fire.
that is literally
Kill
just
that.
Walter versus
Okay.
Alucard.
Mahito, kill that bomb.
So literally, so you get to technically have Shigaraki as peak because that requires all for one, but you also get to kill all for one.
Okay, alright, I accept that.
I love that.
Alright, okay, I expect all for bomb to be here now.
But also, that's
By the way,
literally what
yeah.
Alucard pulled on Walter in Hellsing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, just do that. It would be the most fire fake out of all time.
Yeah.
Also, can I point out this is a much better idea than having all for one do a fucking you dare actually touch my soul scene. Doesn't work, I fear. Sukuna, he's not him.
That's for Sukuna versus Sakuma.
True.
Anyways,
Okay, I was
You dare actually touch my soul.
I also remember reading out of from because Cyber was talking about it, and I'm very happy with him. By the way, this was like one of his most wanted matchups. Like, yeah,
Nice.
You got
Cyber likes
two of his most
JJK.
wanted matchups confirmed within a week of each other.
that's insane.
Also, I want to point out a
No, not even two of his most wanted. Two of his top 3 most wanted.
That's insane.
Also, I do want to point out that Horikoshi's favorite JJK character is Mahito. Take a wild guess why.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking with
Why is he actually like not even like Sasha? Like why is he?
Hands.
Of course.
See, I was about to say. See, I was saying when I was talking with Gray about this, and we basically said that, particularly when I watched that one scene that, you know, the one that Mahito does with his lips, and then also saw the body horror that he obviously derives from, I was thinking, you know, I can tell that Gege just really wanted the right Parasite.
Yeah.
No, he did. Like, Sukuna's whole thing literally just looks like freaking Biggie.
Yeah.
But yeah, this matchup's peak. This matchup's fire. I love the theme of like how they both start when we see them in first time in the series. They both just start off being evil, not really for any purpose. They're kind of like aimlessly going around being evil without a purpose. And then as the series develops, we see them finally gain a purpose. Like they grow alongside a protagonist acting as their mirror, and near the end they finally get a purpose of just wanting to destroy society as a whole. Because that's
That
what
is
made
so
them
relatable.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool thing I remember Cyber talking about, was the fact that they actually share that.
And then like I also like how it's basically like nature with Mahito versus society that nurtured Shigaraki.
Yeah, because
And
basically
they want to bring those two down.
Yeah, they basically. Yeah, that was pretty much the thing. Was that one was Mahito was like literally a cursed spirit born from like the vices and like disputes among people, and then Shigaraki was just kind of molded by the hypocrisy, shortcomings of hero society. But so yeah, he's a Gara matchup anyway. And pretty much they learn to go with their own type of embracing their causes, like, oh, I'm the villain, I must destroy Hero, and then Mahito was going to destroy all humanity, and they pretty much and also ended up learning a lot and coming to this from the protags, that being Deku and Yuji, and I'm like, wow, that is like such a really cool specific comparison. That's nice. I like that.
I was just gonna
Shigaraki,
say,
my goats.
I want the theme of evolution to be present in the fight. Like, I want both of them to be getting stronger throughout.
Mm.
Oh, and I also want the gunfight.
Yeah, I guess that segues into what I was going to say about the matchup, and subsequently what we want to see in it. My thoughts on the matchup is, it's not my preferred for either. I like Envy for Mahito and Blackbeard for Shigaraki, but it is a very solid alt for both, I think. Mainly because I really like the body horror idea with it. Like, you already mentioned, Mahito is basically just a big parasite XP, and Shigaraki, I mean, have you ever looked at someone decaying? That shit's terrifying.
Yeah, and the funny thing is and if you want to look in the manga, they're basically, the whole thing with Shigaraki is that once his quirks start going out of control, he just starts like rapidly like growing an entire like maelstrom of different hands. So, and that was also, funnily enough, when I read that page and also saw that he wears a red cloak, I just like, oh huh, Shigaraki is just inspired by Tetsuo. I never noticed that.
Yeah. And also
Tetsuo's kind of fire.
It is.
That also makes like his design in that much more morbid when you realize all the hands on him aren't just for decoration; those are actually just the hands of his family.
Yeah, his backstory is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and that is what I want to see most in the episode, is to lean into the body horror aspect. Though I will say, just before we fully move on to like what we want to see, it isn't like something that actually bothers me about the fight, but I do think it is really funny having like the overarching villain of My Hero against someone who is around in JJK for how many arcs? Like 1, 2?
Should be 2, yeah. He's only
Yeah.
It's funny that Mahito having less content means that he's just a consistently more better written character.
Well, to be fair, it helps when he did not.
I'm not even
have
saying this like I like Mahito. Oh, go ahead.
Oh well, I get what you mean, because it's like, well, to be fair, that also means he has less opportunities for an all for one to leech off of him, literally.
True.
What I mean is more so like, okay, I like Shigaraki more than Mahito because I think his high points shit on basically any scene in JJK. Maybe except the final fight in JJK 0. Maybe besides that, but like I think like aside from that, I think Shigaraki at his best is better than almost any JJK character. But then it's also like Shigaraki is you can tell that Horikoshi had to like backtrack a lot of ideas he had in mind for Shigaraki. I don't know why, but like there was a clear vision he had for Shigaraki, and then it ended up just not panning out, and he had to make a bunch of stupid fucking additions, like All for One. With everything. Well, All for One is responsible for society being bad, etc., etc. Gege had a specific vision with Mahito, and he got to see that vision through to the end. So Mahito is just it's interesting to me because it's like, do you prefer the character who has better high points, or do you prefer the character who's just more consistently well written?
The Danganronpa 2 versus Danganronpa 1 gambit.
Funny enough, it's funny enough. I think that I remember I went through that exact comparison when I was kind of just basically hearing characters from season 9, I think it was, about how much I liked them, and I was basically having a debacle. Okay, who do I like more between Jinx and Vegeta? And I'm like, okay, Vegeta is not as nearly as consistently well written as Arcane is, obviously. I feel like the best Vegeta scenes still kind of hit me deep, you know?
Yeah. I want to say as well for other stuff. I think the idea Great Force is better, but I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't find it really funny if Mahito breaks out the Isle of Transfiguration, and then just all the vestige, however you pronounce it, souls just look at Mahito and are just like, get him! And just, you know that one gif from Golden Wind where they're all just kicking the one guy down? That?
Okay, see, that's funny. That's not All for One, so it's okay.
Just imagine breaking out your domain expansion and then getting jumped.
As long as that bump gets fucking dunked on, it's fine.
Yeah. No, imagine if the ending is just like him destroying the All for One soul, and then the rest of the Vestige souls just jump him immediately and drag him into hell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like also, I especially I remember seeing like a fight progression from a Cyber, I think it was, who basically had like a collision of during the fight progression. We would have Mahito obviously start out in base, gets the domain expansion, and then right before he transitions to the entirely like monstrous form where he has like no discernible human type of appearance at all on the outside, and then you have that against like Shigaraki when he's just going full throttle and he starts mutating everywhere. Like you can make it like body horror extravaganza, and I actually really love
Oh.
Okay, Pit, settle down.
Hey,
that. Surprise!
I like my body horror, alright? I love Parasite, Tokyo Ghoul, Akira, Elfen Lied, all that.
And Broda's like, oh, body horror.
Oh, come
Wait,
on,
Pit,
you were
are you
moaning earlier.
Pit, are you
No.
Pit, are you implicitly saying you are Yoshikage Kira?
Hey, listen here, you
God
little
damn
shit.
it. I think, like, the thing... Bleh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot again, never mind.
Dementia. Anyways, while
Miles reference?
Greg tries to remember what the hell she was about to say. Let's talk about who wins, and by that I mean let's talk about how Mahito King dies.
Yeah, like funny enough.
Also... How are we going?
Hey, you go first, Sonny.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I think you can argue for Mahito fine. I've seen enough of the arguments for it to kind of make sense. I think Shigaraki will absolutely just win the episode, so I don't care.
Yeah. Basically, the same things advantages I've seen, like Cyber again. Hey, take a shot every time you hear his name come up.
Hi, Cyber.
Mahito is like, yeah, basically stuff like about whether or not is his obviously the regen is better. Like he can plausibly like fake a death or try to get some sort of ruse in like that. And he can plausibly land some idol transfiguration with his domain expansion, or so he says. Like, and so he has like some means of like fighting against Shigaraki, but it's also, but at the same time though, it's also easier to argue for Shiggy just stat stomping and decay GG.
Yeah, I was about to say it's easy to argue that Shigaraki just slaps him in the face once and Mahito crumbles to dust.
Also, Mahito has low godly regen, can't be killed by Shigaraki.
Oh yeah, true. I remember
That
I remember we were watching JJK together, and as soon as they mentioned Mahito, I regenerated off screen, and then she had a funny comment about his regen.
Yeah, I will say
I hit myself while I repaired myself.
Out of the arguments I've seen for Mahito, like, winning, I think that's one of the worst ones. Don't use that unironically.
What? Wait, what argument?
Low godly
The one that
regen.
fucking, like, yeah.
That
argument.
Just hate skull.
True.
Anyways, do we have anything else we want to say here?
Vestiges aren't souls because they just aren't okay.
They just aren't.
Anyways, speaking of souls, I think. Sorry.
Actually, before you move on, Pit, there's actually a very funny factoid I wanted to share that if you possibly can you flash this image I'm about to post on screen as I mentioned this?
All right.
Oh my god, I know what this is.
Oh, that's not gonna be good.
Oh no.
Did you know that canonically, Jake the dog has the same curse technique as Mahito?
Hey, God!
Oh,
Jake, get
my
up!
Oh yeah.
Fire.
One last thing I wanted to mention, but I'm really happy Mahito has a great matchup in Shigaraki because finding a matchup for him is kind of hell otherwise.
Nah, Mahito versus Envy is fire. Hop off.
Dude, Envy when he can't see Mahito.
Don't care. It's cool. No. I'm gonna say he can see him because that's how it should work. All right. I don't care. He's like, oh, but he can't really see him. This is Mahito versus Envy. This is not Envy if he was haunted by a fucking ghost.
My sister project's made of. They're made of ghosts.
We as a community should normalize the idea that normally invisible people should just be seen in a versus setting.
But then it'd affect the debate.
I don't care.
Morpho's gonna be like, Envy can understand the shape of his soul, so he can hurt Mahito.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of souls, let's talk about a kid that has the soul of a pharaoh in him. Ash versus Yugi.
Oh, yay. I binged all of Duelist Kingdom for this.
Oh,
Duelist
It's
Kingdom,
funny.
my beloved.
you see, it's funny when you said
gee.
Souls. I almost like I don't. I know it's not. See, when you said Souls, I was thinking about Ruby versus Maka.
No, that's
Yeah, I was
that's
just
still
gonna-
a ways away.
Yeah, we're skipping the mid matchup. Sorry.
Oh, don't be like that.
Nah,
Anyway.
nah, it's mid. I fear.
Anyways, Ash versus Yugi. It's another one in the same case of Bowser vs. Eggman, I feel, where it's like, do you need this explained to you? Like, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes,
is
yeah.
like, I would straight up argue it's an even bigger, like, childhood rivalry than Pokemon vs. Digimon, because if you were a fan of Pokemon, there's a very good chance you're a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! as well.
Let's not get crazy here. Let's not get crazy there.
Okay,
I
in my
suppose
defense, Digimon was mainly popular because of the Pokemon comparison. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was at least comparable to Pokemon in popularity by itself.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes better sense.
I
yeah.
support the anti-Digimon agenda.
You would.
Digimon's fire, hop off.
Nah,
Wait.
nah, Junior.
I need Blue versus Ishida Yamato, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
see,
Sorry, just before you go, Jess, I will say as well, even if it's not my preferred for either, again, it's another match where I'm like, yeah, it's just the matchup. Like, it's the childhood matchup for both. You can't go wrong with it. No matter how many times people say it's ruined by Yugi being able to mind crush at the very start, which to me just tells me, oh, so you don't know how Yugi works as a character.
He doesn't do that. My crushes only work at the end of the game.
Yugi will put Ash in a shadow game because that's what he does.
Yeah, it's totally in character for Yugi to just immediately give someone a seizure.
No, you see, the balance will just be Yu-Gi-Oh! Initiates the shadow game that if your name is Ash, you die. Blamp, you lose.
Yugi can just draw all 5 cards of Exodia immediately and kill Ash.
Shadow Game loser says,
The
what?
fact that-
What? My crush? Go on.
The funniest thing is, I am positive that's why Exodia was tossed off the boat, because they did not want the one draw Yugi to be this consistent thing.
All he
Yeah.
has to do is draw Exodia every single game.
Oh, great. I did not tell you this before, but there was a very funny edit of what would happen if you kept Exodia, and like the scene where like Mai forfeits in Duelist Kingdom, they edited it where it's the scene to say she just forfeits before the duel starts because it's like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
But yeah, Yugi can't actually fight, to be honest, so bad matchup. But yeah, oh, go on, JS, this is yours.
Oh, thank you. I mean, this is the one of all the Kickstarter matches. This is the one I'm most personally excited for because, like, I love Pokemon and I love Yu-Gi-Oh so much. And these things were like childhood incarnate to me, and that love only increased as I got older, just learning all these things that young me could never see. And man, I also just think that it became even like cooler after all these years. Ash actually did become the world's best Pokemon master, because it's like now you have like the theme of they're both now at the top of their games, and that gives like the vibes just feels really nice in that regard.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Wait,
is there like
honey.
anyone in this chat that didn't grow up with Pokemon?
I grew up with the games and the manga.
I grew up with-
Ironically, yeah, but she played the games and manga, but she did not watch the anime.
That's really
Yeah.
funny.
Honey, when you said like all the things as a child I couldn't see, I immediately thought of the fucking what you can see but can't see thing from Duelist Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, hey, I mentioned earlier Mario and Sonic were like my childhood autisms. Pokemon was the childhood autism. I was obsessed with Pokemon as a kid. Still am to this day.
Yeah, I was the type of person who would catch episodes of both every Saturday morning. I would play. I get entire binders of the card games for both. I'd be watching the movies they had in theaters. I get all posters on my wall. Like I was a fanatic. Still am to this day, actually. I also just think that, man, I also just really like love Yugi as a character in terms of like writing and like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what I would like to describe, especially OG, but it applies to all of them to varying degrees. The fact that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. I kind of love it.
Yeah, I will say as well, it's not going to happen, but I'm going to cry if Inferno's not in the episode. He is my favorite Pokemon of all Team Fortnite.
Yeah, you're valid for that.
Ash's
Unfortunately.
Infernape is the reason I love Infernape so much.
Yeah, and oh, dude, Blaze, Infernape using Blaze in the anime was the hypest shit ever. Like,
So
Torterra.
true. Oh my god, imagine if Torterra was in the episode and he jumps immediately to like little Karibo.
Dude,
I'm gonna
like go Torterra. Like, why?
They gotta get him out of here because he would have sweeped the Electivire too easily.
Oh, Torterra got hit by the Wharf effect so hard.
Dude, watching the ball fight had me tweaking so bad because they fucking annihilated Torterra just so Infernape could have his big moment.
But all the major Torterra fights are against Pokemon that has a type advantage against, and it loses.
Drapion was a fucking menace in that fight, dog. He caught 3 bodies in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the funniest thing, they literally made Torterra Potential Man, or actually in this case Potential Mon.
Yeah, I will say as well, it is very funny. He's thinking about Drapion just ruining half of Ash's team with Toxic Spike. He's considering nowadays, if a Gliscor got poisoned, he'd be welcoming that. Thanks, Poison Heal.
Hidden ability.
Your hidden ability is going to be in a casket.
Okay, I'll kill myself.
Anyways, if we don't have... Oh, don't use Healing Wish.
So
Anyways,
anyway, I was just gonna say, I guess partially things I want in the fight is that I want multiply Karibo against the Stampede of Tauros. Like, that'd be just too perfect.
yeah.
And
I
also,
think you should summon Exodia.
true. Like, but he doesn't have the cards anymore. It doesn't matter. He'll summon him anyway.
Yeah, it's like how Kaiba got Obelisk again.
I can't wait to see Ash Greninja still lose.
You know, I was about to say, Pit, before we went on that tangent, was the funny. Me when Pit the Swordmaster hunts down Charizard because that's going to be the fire starter they focus on.
It is! That makes me sad!
Charizard!
They're really going to use like
king.
2 or 3 flying types, but no, they have to have 1 fire type. Yeah.
Charizard is my king. I love him.
Charizard's cool, but Infernape's my favorite Pokemon ever.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's valid. I mean, my favorite Pokemon never
No, it
is also
is.
fires. I mean, my favorite Pokemon never is also fires.
My favorite Pokemon is Greninja.
Okay, I will say,
Oh my god.
I will
So
say
many
though,
fucking-
I was
I
just
do-
gonna say.
sorry.
Sorry. I mean, my favorite Pokemon ever is Blaziken, so I feel you. Like,
I was gonna
Oh
say,
my
I
God.
do hope they...
Ray, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Me?
Yeah.
Typhlosion.
Are
three
we
fire
just all
starters.
starters?
I stole all of you with my water star. It's my water starter.
Thunder
I
Punch?
win.
Thunder Punch?
I
Wait, no.
win.
Close combat? You're a dark
Nuh-uh.
type.
Nuh-uh. Aerial.
Anyways,
Cope.
I was gonna say, I'd be lying if I said as well that part of me isn't hoping that they pull a Makima and just have the most random ass Pokemon in there as well. Like, imagine you'd see, all the ones we expect, like Pikachu, Charizard, Greninja, Glalie. Wait,
what Glalie?
not Glalie. Or not even better, Palpitoad.
Toad.
I just want at least
Actually,
one Pokemon that's just like, who invited Blood to the cookout?
Man, that is so wild. He was one of the few fully evolved Pokemon that Gen 5 Ash used.
Palpitoad?
Ash when it comes to evolving his Pokemon.
Wait, did you mean Palpitoad?
No, I didn't
I
mean.
got Palpitoad, my goat.
I was gonna say, he didn't evolve Palpitoad!
No, I was gonna. Actually, no. Well, I said I know evolved, but not the fully evolved. That doesn't wait. That's Seismitoad. I had a brain fart. My bad.
Yeah. I will say, unironically though, I do hope they end up with see Crocodile, because one of the best parts of Gen 5.
Crocodile's the goat. I love him.
Crocodile's fun.
It would be cool. Obviously, they're gonna have like at least two Kanto reps. I do hope they have at least one from a bunch of different generations. Like,
Can I-
yeah,
I hope they have Pikachu.
Yeah, I don't know. Pikachu might be too much of a stretch, to be honest.
yeah, like,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
yeah, like just off the top of my head, like Noctowl, Sceptile. My bias says Infernape, but I guess Gliscor also works. Crocodile, Greninja, Lycanroc, and what would be a good one from Gen 8? Lucario, sure.
Yeah, Lucario. You know, I'm just going to say I find it so funny. How have we only had like one non-Gen 1 rep on this show?
Oh
worry,
yeah,
we'll get them
and it
all
was
back.
Lucario.
Yeah, just Lucario.
Hey, at least it's better than the non-Mighty Morphin reps for Power Rangers. Or the non-Final
Ash
Fantasy VII
versus-
reps for Final Fantasy.
Ash vs. Yugi is gonna be 4 minutes of just the Wojai pointing as like, oh my god, it's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I do
You
hope
think
that they go balls to the wall with the length, because this is episode 200, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
So
Dude,
I
me
hope.
pausing on every. Oh, go
Yeah.
on.
I was gonna say, I do hope that they do just pour as much of the budget in as they reasonably can, because last thing we want is a Ben vs. House situation where they use like 6 aliens and 4 of them do nothing.
Dude, I was gonna say earlier, dude, me pausing on every favorite Dark Magician girl.
Uh,
Yeah,
that's fine.
that's totally just gonna be Wojacking, nothing else.
Yeah, just, let me be pointing, you know? Like,
You'd have not lived if you didn't have a crush on Dark Magician Girl.
I got a clue for that. I'm great.
Anyways,
why? What have I done?
I just say-
yeah, go on.
Oh, other thing I wanted to fight is that if they bring out Catapult Turtle for Yugi, I think they need to use Squirtle as the ammunition.
True.
Dude, Yugi using brain control needs to go crazy.
No, Yugi you see brain control, but Pikachu breaks off it because of the fog.
Oh, that's
Oh, that'd be sick, yeah.
Oh, that's me!
It would be funny, though, if he tried doing that on Greninja, and then it just comes up, it doesn't affect Greninja. Psychic-type move against Dark-type, bitch!
I mean, to be fair, that is basically how they analyze Pikachu versus Blanca.
But what
Guess
if Pikachu
someone-
just shock dash anyway?
Guess some habits die hard. Anywho, if we don't have anything else to say, I guess we can talk about who wins. Alright, who's up for a can of worms? Sorry, go on.
Okay, there's one last thing I want to say is the fact that I would be very shocked. I'm almost betting on that they're gonna make a pot of greed gag.
Oh, 1000%.
like
What is it?
Boomstick is not gonna know what it does, and then Wiz is just gonna explain it in the most like pontification, condescending way you've ever heard.
Oh, I thought Ash was gonna be like, what does it do?
Oh, that will work too, I guess.
I kind of just want like that silly 4Kids vibe with them like over-explaining a bunch of shit.
Oh no, people are gonna label it Doom versus Lex 2 even though it works.
Ah, true.
Too much yapping, I fear.
Anyways,
But yeah,
So
yeah, we can move on to
yeah, I guess we can move on to who do we think wins.
I hope
So anyway.
Yugi wins because I like him very slightly more.
I like, okay, so I like Pokemon more as a franchise, no fucking shit. But Ash himself I never grew up on, and I actively been watching Yugi over the past few days, so I hope Yugi wins. I think
Mind you, we're gonna at the rate we're going, we're probably gonna finish the whole original series in a few weeks.
I was gonna say, I hope Yugi wins, but I also hope they don't go fucking balls to the wall with his arguments. Because I think a lot of the higher ones suck ass. But also Ash is kind of stuck ass too, so... I assume both will probably just be at, like... They might just... No, they'll definitely like, bring up stats, but, like, I'm not expecting it to be crazy or anything.
yeah.
I don't think anyone's coming to Ash vs. Yugi to see how many planets they can destroy with their fists.
Or how many cosmos they can pick up.
True. I mean, I'm expecting Ash's ridiculous physical strength to be a gag.
Oh, yeah. Everyone,
Like-
we're gonna cue the log scene.
He's just gonna pick up one of Yugi's monsters and toss it. He's gonna be like, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope Yugi wins. Just hope he doesn't win that hard. Ash is cool too. I'm probably gonna watch some of the Pokemon movies.
Yeah. And we're also, I think we also like want to watch some of the scenes like Ash versus Paul. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna pretend nothing's happening when Totoro's on screen.
yeah,
I don't see it. I don't see it.
yeah, you don't see it. You don't see it.
Yeah. Alright, so we've
In my
got to
mind,
move.
Ash. Oh, I was gonna say. In my mind, Ash simply forgot to bring him.
I mean, to be fair, he did bring, he forgot to bring a full team in Gen 5, so it's consistent.
Yeah, true. Overly
All right,
cooking.
go on. Phil.
Anyways, moving right along from... I don't know how to segue into Simon versus Kai.
Row, fight the lantern!
Row, fight the inside of this fridge! That was not very creative.
Dude, I love the I want to start this by just saying the fucking track name I saw fucking on top of the world is so fucking funny. On top, dude. Anyway, yeah. Who wants
Simo
to
versus
start
Kyle
with the...
track names have gone down the drain since they took the best one.
It's peak.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Rita said. I thought Rita wanted to. Yeah.
You could say it's a Pikachu.
Yeah, this was my 10th most wanted, so safe to say I am a very happy camper right now.
Yeah,
It's peak. It's simply peak.
yeah. It's okay, guys. He'll watch Girl in the Gun eventually.
He'll also read Kyle comics eventually.
Ew, comics!
Oh, I love the comparison you can make with Kyle's mother and.
I love Omni-Man.
Dude.
Peak. So far.
I wonder what individual first brought that up.
That's you. I'm just saying you made me think of
Yeah.
that. I'm like, oh, how come I didn't think of that? That's perfect, actually. But I'm gonna take credit for it because fuck you.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I will
it's
say-
okay, honey. I know you deserve the credit.
Yeah, Simo vs. Kyle obviously has like a lot of great story potential, but with the big theme being I can do basically anything if I just believe hard enough or will it into existence. Like I've seen so many really cool story and interaction ideas spawn from that. But at the same time, I also think, oh my god, this has some of the coolest fight potential of any matchup I've ever seen, just ever, really. Especially knowing, like, Kyle makes so many different mechs as lantern constructs. I still think about, like, cool friend to some of us, internet, that art that they did for Kyle vs. Simone, and putting, like, a lantern construct against, the Super Tengen Top and Colonel Gon. That looks absolutely fucking gorgeous. Like, that is such a cool visual. I had I guess just to briefly skip ahead to, like, what we wanted to invite. I've always had this, like, really cool idea of, like, Kyle trying to pull the whole time, thanks for the tip thing, but Simone and tries to hit him with the time-traveling missiles, which is a very funny sentence if you've never seen Gurren Lagann, which leads to him going through time and space to avoid them, and then bringing a bunch of different Kyles to the fight, some of which are from different points of time or different timelines and multiverses, so they could have different color rings, and them all forming a giant lantern construct on the same scale as the Super Tengen Top and Gurren Lagann. That, I think, would be such a cool finale, or at least such a cool way to lead into the finale of them just fighting depowered like Simo fought the anti-spiral at the end. There's just so much cool stuff you can do with this matchup, just both because obviously the sky's the limit with lantern constructs, and Simone basically just being the perfect example of fuck you, I believe hard enough.
Yeah. I would very much like I think the ending where, like, briefly the Green Lantern ring, when it's all said and done, the Lantern ring acknowledges that Simone is certainly worthy, and with just 1 second of meet with spiral power, it just forms an entire universe that takes the place of a voidless and nothingness. Like, that sounds peak.
I will say, if Simone does win, that would be a really cool ending if Lantern Ring acknowledged him for his will.
I can't bring up my funny ending idea because it's spoilers.
Aww.
It's like nah, I can't. Anyway, who else wants to go next?
Oh, I'd be happy to go next if I can.
Okay,
well, yeah, you kind of took words out of my mouth. I'll just say Simone Kyle, very awesome matchup, I think. And honestly, I find it most, like, the coolest thing about it is just how much of what was essentially the entire community, like, banded together for this matchup, to the point that we basically turned it from, like, a okay, this sounds neat, I guess, to, like, one of the ensembles of the entire community. Like, Will of the Drill alone has such a really nice story behind how it went and how it came to be. And I just like to just imagine. Nobody here would know this person, but there was also this person named Fang who really is a huge fan of Kyle, and he eventually came back from a religious mission just in time for this episode getting announced, and we were all really happy to welcome him back. And
That's really nice.
The other thing, yeah. And there was also this really cool comparison I also thought of was the fact that they both, even though both can like transcend all limits and do virtually anything by just having enough like commitment and will to it, they basically know that they're not gods, and they don't deliberately try to like intrude on the natural order of things. So that's why even when someone accused them die, they don't bring them back, and they make a point to why they don't. And I actually thought that was a really nice comparison to make. And also, as you probably we allude to, that Kyle is basically canonically, and he was an artist, so he's actually notably more creative with his constructs than other lanterns are. And one of them is that he's also a weeb, so he basically is canonically is a fan of Gurren Lagann. So that's why he actually formed a construct in the form of Gurren against Brainiac. And everyone likes to bring that up.
You know that moment in Iron Fist versus Poe when Iron Fist is about to strike Poe with a martial arts move, and Poe just goes, "So." I need that in Kyle vs. Simone.
Yeah,
I feel like I might specify that unless I'm missing a page, there's never actually been said that Simone is Kyle's favorite anime character or anything. He just made the Gurren mech once. we know he likes Gurren Lagann, that's about it. He's never mentioned Simone by name or anything. I mean, he can't do it anyway, but you know. But yeah, no, it's not like Shadow Ryuko, where Shadow has just straight up been like, yeah, man, I really love Ryuko, she's so cool. Like, no, like, Kyle just likes Gurren Lagann, that's all we know.
I like the edgy girl with the scissor blade.
Well, I will give Kyle the benefit of the doubt and assume he's not a heathen, so that he actually also likes Simon.
Yeah.
It would be funny if Kyle just liked the design once and he's never actually seen it, but he definitely has.
Yeah. Anyways,
also,
yeah, sorry.
I was gonna make a brief aside and say I like Kyle being an artist. That kind of separates him from the other members of the human Green Lanterns, because like John is an architect and Hal is like a pilot. And just, I don't know, I like him having his own identity like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also
I relate to him because I'm also an artist. Represent.
And you know, this would mean that and also this would also mean that Kyle would bring out a Black Lantern ring specifically to kill AI artists.
Oh, true.
Kill AI artists.
True.
Oh, actually, on that note, should I mention one of the foulest moments in comics ever was when the Black Lantern Corps' embodiment, Necron, basically made a fucking fridge construct with his dead lover in it specifically to spite him.
That is such a devious lick. Anyway, Rena, since I know you are a very big Gurren Lagann fan, do you have anything you want to share? Other than just saying it's peaked 5 more times?
Watch it. And Kyle's one of the best legacy characters in all of comic books history. I fucking love this matchup. I love both characters. So much you can do. I love Lanterns. Gurren Lagann is like my 4th favorite piece of media ever. Like, not even just ever. I fucking love Gurren Lagann. I don't know what to say that hasn't been said already. It's good. I like it. Thumbs up emoji. Yeah. But it's also my third. It's my third most wanted. I guess I'll put it like that.
Yeah. I will say though, this is a point that's been brought up a lot. The disparity in like footage is going to be so funny because Kyle has like 1 episode of the Superman animated series and scribble nuts.
Yeah,
Kyle will never get an adaptation.
Yeah, Dak, as I like to say, that there is a non-0% chance you'll get Scribble Knots footage.
Yeah,
dude, I need that Lego Monkey Kid ass show for Kyle, man.
It's gonna be so funny how, it's pretty obvious why they're calling it Simone the Digger versus Green Lantern instead of Simone versus Kyle, because nobody's gonna know Kyle otherwise.
It's White Lantern, it's not even green.
Oh, White Lantern, yeah. You know what I meant.
I know.
Yeah, I guess that's a good segue into like what do we want to see in the fight other than all the stuff we already mentioned.
I would like, I would very much appreciate it if it was like I also mentioned that our great guest here, Gray, actually made a really cool thing of where she basically made a Gurren Lagann style eye catcher for all of the artists that Deck made for this matchup. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, I really like that.
I guess that would be a good time as well to shout out Hyper Starman's music video for Will of the Drill, which is just a big love letter to cool. Like the community's different art pieces for this matchup.
Oh yeah, while we're still on fight ideas, this is like a half joke, half want, but when they're in like the place, when they're in the Spiral universe, when Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann comes out, I just want Kyle to make a giant Goku.
Not the Goku construct.
No, I want Kyle to make a giant Superman construct because Superman is canonically his favorite superhero.
Oh, that's fire, actually. Never mind. Do that instead.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. I guess now we're,
Okay. I also think that this may sound like unbelievable, but I think that Simon should make a really big drill.
Nah.
Shapeshift my arm to a big drill, I'm harming ya.
I am curious how many mechs, how many Gurren Lagans will be in the episode. Like, I think Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann will be there. Probably the one before it. I don't know if any other lower forms will be there as well. I mean, I get it's the whole appeal of the match, so I don't expect it at all, but I would like a little bit of more... Grounded isn't the right word, but grounded in relation to like throwing galaxies around. I want like regular Kyle fighting like one of the bigger mechs like Gurren Lagann. Not gonna happen, but I don't really care.
Yeah. And I guess on the note of
Also,
fighting...
Oh,
sorry.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to point out a funny that Rita's gonna be on my ass for this.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kyle and other lanterns can't fight Cosmic. I won't deny that. But Kyle has never done so on screen.
He held back the Big Bang. He held back the Big Bang.
Not visual scale.
Give me not visual scale. It's a Big Bang.
When did he do that in a fight? My only point is that lanterns don't go around destroying planets with every attack. They're generally grounded in combat. I think it's really funny how Simone versus Kyle has just led to this big misconception of how lanterns generally fight. It's really funny.
Yeah. Can I also just say it's very funny that this is our second Lantern versus Yuri Lowenthal character match?
Oh, yeah.
True. Oh, this one turns out better than the last one.
I hope. Well, ideally it should be.
Yeah.
Dude, Kyle's gonna make a giant boot. Everyone's gonna give him Reddit gold.
And I guess on the topic of Van vs. Al, let's talk about who wins. Or in other words, do you think Kyle is 12.3D?
No, I think so. You see, Simon will just use spiral power to accelerate past Kyle's max strength, and then.
Yeah, I will say.
Oh god.
I was gonna say, I do really find it funny how this is like the most unavoidable matchup for bringing up dimensional tiering, because literally how are they going to avoid bringing up like the fact that Simon fought an 11-dimensional being?
It's like, dimensional tiering is just baked into the story of Gurren Lagann. It's kind of like difficult to ignore.
Yeah, like even with like any of the Skyfather matchups, like
I remember when people said like, it's not actual dimensional tiering, and it's like the creator literally said he based it off M theory. What do you fucking mean it's not dimensional tiering, dog?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even with, say, Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna or Phoenix versus Raven, to kind of dance around dimensional tiering, that you cannot dance around it here. They just straight up say 11th dimension in the case of Simone.
By the way, I find that scene so funny in actual context, because when Lord Genome is describing that, everyone there is so fucking bored.
I mean, yeah, that's just dimensional tiering in a nutshell.
They do not fucking care what he's saying. They're just like, oh, like.
Why did we bring you back into a head?
I really do hate how like Kyle or Simon otherwise would have like this really involved and unique debate, but now it's like, okay, which one has the bigger D? I worded that very specifically.
Well, you see, I mean, Simon has better size increase, so I think he wins.
True.
All I'll say is that this might come as a shock, but I think Simone slams, and I'm not elaborating why.
Well, the elaboration is get me a scan of Kyle scaling to 12.3D.
I will say, okay, I can say, I can make this argument. I can say this argument publicly, at least. I think the logic for Simone pushing past, like, dimensions of power, like, actual stated, like, higher dimensions of power once before means you can, like, conceivably do it again against Kyle, even if Kyle is stronger. so he can match Kyle in power in that regard, and his regen means he can like stay alive long enough to do that. Beyond that, I don't fucking know if he thinks he's still one that's fucking.
Yeah, I will say I'm very split on who wins, but I do think it is very funny how like comic book debates have really just become people assuming the comic book character wins because we're just so used to comic book characters getting like FU dimensional that nobody actually goes in to read and see if it actually makes any sense. Like, I feel like after, say, Raven was discovered to be, like, Outerverse or whatever, people were just like, okay, yeah, I give up. But obviously this happened long before Phoenix versus Raven was a thing, but I think Raven is, like, a big example of you're way stronger than I thought, so I just don't know where we're putting the line.
Just the fucking Goku Celsius was like, I give up, I'm no fool.
Yeah.
Oh, tell him!
Oh god.
Well, I guess we can...
someone wins bottom tag.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's any I don't think there's any debating who wins this next one, so let's move right along to Ruby versus Maka.
How will this affect Ruby versus Maka? Should I get the...
Please get the image.
Should I get the image so that you can flash it?
Yes, please.
This will affect the trout population.
That meme is my greatest creation. How will this affect Ruby versus Maka? Planet blowing up. Anyways, I want to go first on my thoughts with Ruby versus Maka, because...
Oh, here's the image, by the way.
Yeah. Anyways, Ruby versus Maka... This matchup makes me feel so sad because I want to love it so much. I haven't kept up with Ruby since like halfway through Volume 6, but I really loved Ruby what I watched. I like Ruby a lot as a character. I read Soul Eater and loved it as well. I really like Maka as well. And there's a lot I do like about the matchup. Like, aesthetically, it's perfect. I think Ruby and Soul Eater styles mesh beautifully together. It's not gonna happen. It's obviously gonna be 3D, but I think this would be a perfect hand-drawn episode meshing the art styles of Ruby and Soul Eater together. And there's just also just the whole Grim Reaper aesthetic and all that. Chef's kiss. And on paper, I think Ruby action, Soul Eater action, you can't go wrong. It's really fun and flashy. But therein lies, like, the thing that keeps me from loving this matchup is that it's not just that, just to skip ahead, Ruby does not have a single advantage. Maka just stomps on all accords, and that kind of translates to the fight as well, because Maka has, like, super forms, this big anime screw-you attack, Black Blood that just completely shuts Ruby down. Ruby really just has a scythe, a gun, and, like, super speed. She is so much less impressive that it's kind of sad. I was really holding out for hope that, like, maybe she'd get, like, some... All she really needed was just one big screw-you super move. And unless you count her flashbanging someone with her eyes, she doesn't have that.
Said thing is also very hyper-specific on what it works on, by the way.
Yeah. And I know I've seen people be like, "Oh, watch them try to equate Black Blood to Grim." They're not gonna fucking do that. And even if they do, it's gonna be the most benefit of the doubt shit ever because Ruby does not have an advantage otherwise. Like, just to skip ahead here, like, let's see. Ignoring Fire Force scaling completely for a moment, Maka stat stomps on all accords. Black Blood is a way better defense than Aura. Black Blood shuts down Aura and can drive Ruby insane. Maka is more versatile. Maka is more intelligent and has better strategies. Maka has, like, all these... Well, not all these forms, it's like one or two, but more forms as well. What advantage does Ruby have here?
You know, you saying that reminds me of when someone said maybe Ruby has greater range, and then they look at Maka increasing her sight to super size. I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. And also, again, Black Blood. That just carries Maka so hard when she already didn't need it. God, I just think about the fact as well how, like, everyone was like, oh, well, they'll just wait to do Ruby vs. Maka when Ruby gets this big buff. And then along
Then-
came Fire Force.
And it was the other person whose series was ended for quite a while getting the buff.
Yeah, which is like, that's not even a monkey's paw. That's just, I don't even know what you would call that. Cruel irony, maybe? God, I just feel so bad for Ruby fans because I don't think this wait period is going to be full of Ruby bad, because I feel like we're past the worst of that period, but it's 100% going to be full of people just saying, hey, isn't it so funny that Maka stomps Ruby so hard? Which was funny, like, the first one time when Fire Force came out and just pulled that ridiculous stunt, and now it's just like, okay, yeah, I don't like being a Ruby fan sometimes.
I fully get you, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my tangent. If you guys have anything else to share, go right ahead.
Sure. Ruby Maka. Well, I just want to say that I'm not as like I haven't really kept up with Ruby besides watching like I think like maybe 1 or 2 volumes and just seeing it in passing, being in the community. But I also have dabbled in Soul Eater, but it is very good despite the author being a weirdo. But we must not get into that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's the 2 lads who are Master Scythe users, and like the aesthetics can go really hard, the choreography can be really solid, and the interactions can be really cool. And it's Ruby and Soul Eater, and like it will be a fucking war crime if the track is not vocal. I'll just say that much.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't get Casey Lee Williams, like that would actually be. I feel like that should be punishable by death.
Yeah. We used to beat people with slice for saying things like that.
I mean, I think the real big issue is that they might not be able to get Ruby's VA for it because they're not in the same company anymore.
I mean, they're still friends with Ruby's VA.
I mean, yeah, but it's not the same thing as like, oh, our companies are under the same roof. It's fine. It's like, no, you gotta like talk to Biz and shit, unless you're just gonna have it do a like alias.
I think they're probably gonna. I could 100% see them doing an alias.
Yeah.
Actually, the funniest thing is because of recent events, Ruby versus Maka is a Viz versus Viz matchup.
That's really funny.
And I was gonna say another thing I really like is that, well, I guess we're talking about Soul Eater, is that Crazy Maka is really adorable, and you should look at her.
True. Don't look at Soul Eater, not Maka, though. That would drive you more insane than the Black Blood.
Oh yeah, I just can confirm. Don't look at her. Don't do it.
Don't read
That is so going to be a disadvantage in prediction blog. Yeah. If you, Gray, or Rena don't have anything else you want to share, I guess we can move on to like what we want to see in the fight.
I like it. It's also one of my most. I don't have anything to say about this one because y'all yap too much about what I wanted to say. So like,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Well, we can yap for as much as we want about what we want to see in the fight. In which case, for me, it's really just give me that Ruby and Soul Eater aesthetics meshed together. Well, I still think the original Soul Eater anime looks great to this day. And Ruby, it's sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, I like how the original Soul Eater anime looks. It's literally just if Tim Burton made an anime. That's the best way I can say it.
Oh, 100%, yeah. The manga as well looks great as well.
Yeah, I'm reading it. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm also reading it. It's really fun.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I think Ruby vs. Maka is cool, I guess. It has soft girls. I don't know. It's been like fucking literal years since I kept up with Ruby. I stopped after Volume 3 because, I don't know, actually. I don't know why I stopped, actually. I just forgot about it, I guess. And I've only recently been... I've watched maybe 5 episodes of Soul Eater and read like 10 chapters of it, so... I don't know. I think both are cute. I think the fight will be cool. I wish... I don't know. I wish Ruby had something. But
well,
it'll be fun.
Okay, well, what if we give her DC scaling?
Oh my god.
I do hope we get funny banter with Soul, because I feel like 90% of the discussion is just forget Soul's there.
Yeah. I will say as well, I am very... This isn't really to do with, like, what we want our episode, but I am very curious how well this matchup's gonna do, like, views-wise, because if Attack on Titan and if Venom couldn't rake in good views with Ruby or Soul Eater, I'm very curious how well they're gonna fare by themselves.
That's a good question.
I've always wondered how well Ruby vs. Maka would be as a matchup without
Yeah,
the
'cause,
whole,
like-
legacy thing.
Yeah, because, like, the legacy thing is, like, hard carrying it, because nobody's really thinking of Soul Eater right now, and for whatever reason, outside of Yang vs. Tifa, which was mostly because of the controversy, Ruby episodes have just not done well views-wise, and, like, Wise vs. Mitsuru is understandable, because who the hell's clicking on a Mitsuru episode? But Mikasa not getting, like, any views when Attack on Titan was, like, at its peak since the start is really insane.
Yeah. So evidently we need to get Yang versus Tifa 2 to test out the waters.
Ah,
Honey, I'm gonna kill you now.
God, I really hope that this. I really hope this is more on Wiser's Mitsu's level of quality, because I don't want there to be only one Ruby episode I like.
Dude, Weiser is so fire, by the way.
Really, I thought it was nice.
Ironically, it's very nice.
Why being able to use more than ice saves that matchup so hard? It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
ice is a versatile element as is, so.
I mean, what?
I mean, yeah, but
I mean, you're saying a matchup where the one main element they ever use is completely useless doesn't work?
well,
Yeah, that's why they
Sort of.
never do Natsu versus A. Oh, right.
I mean, to be fair, Natsu can just fucking punch fire. Like, there's actual in-universe explanations for that.
Well, I meant the fact
And
that
also,
Natsu can
Ace's
just eat every single one of Ace's attacks. Oh, right, never mind. I thought you were talking about Natsu. My bad.
Well, yeah, also the fact that Ace isn't completely made of fire.
Like, literally, that's like I say that no, he's selective on what parts of him are fire. He's never 100% fire, or very rarely. Like when he gets hit, okay, I'm not gonna go on a One Piece tangent. That's for another time. Like,
I feel like if we went on a tangent about everything wrong with Natsu versus Ace, we'd be here until like the next match was revealed for the Kickstarter.
yeah.
Anyway, we already discussed the debate enough, I think, so we can just move on.
Well,
Yeah.
well, we would discuss the debate if it had one.
If there was one.
Yeah,
My friend had one. Anyway, moving on.
yeah.
Anyway.
And
okay,
just
but-
one other thing I want to say, please, for the love of God, don't use Monty Oom's name to guilt trip people over this matchup, because I swear to God that happens way too much, that people use it as a shield against, like, anti-criticism or whatever, and it's like, fuck off.
Yeah, like I kind of hate how much they put how much Monty and Steven Spielberg are on the same
You mean Steven Hillenberg?
Steven Spielberg, yeah. Their names actually sound very similar now that I bring it up like that, huh?
Yeah. It just drives me insane when people do that. Like, I don't know, man, it feels a little more disrespectful to Monty if you keep using him to argue against people in regards to this episode. But yeah, enough soapboxing. Okay, I think we're gonna have to soapbox again for our last matchup in the Kickstarter. Aang versus the Traveler.
I'm just you gave my season Genshin Impact. Now I'm gonna starve.
Yeah.
Can I get that image so you can flash it? Like,
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'll just say, before we get into anything, there's reasons to have issues with Genshin Impact. I'm not gonna deny them or gloss over them. It's kind of really freaking petty to get on Death Battle's ass over this. Like, if you don't vibe with a matchup for Genshin or whatever, cool, just don't be a dick about it, because there's a lot of people that like it and don't want to just sit through Genshin bad, Genshin bad, Genshin bad, Genshin bad, Genshin bad, Genshin bad.
you know,
I don't think you said it enough times.
No, I don't get why Genshin is so popular. I don't get why the free-to-play open world game with great characters, decent gameplay, and incredible lore and great music is so popular.
can I just
And
say,
amazing
actually,
visuals.
Now that you brought can I just say now you brought that up? That was so fucking funny because someone I knew at the time when this was the first on the Kickstarter, right, just said that why are they putting Aang against a literal who?
A literal who? It's Genshin Impact!
Literally, that's what everyone in the group was telling the motherfucker. It's one of the most successful games in the
Oh
market
my
right now.
god! Motherfuckers be like, who is this character? And it's Tetsuo. Who is this character? And it's Sauron. Who is this character? And it's Traveler. Oh my god. I do not trust this community with telling what character is obscure or not anymore.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say is that, you know, I will have such ultimate catharsis if this will be the best Avatar episode by a country mile, and it's gonna be because of Genshin Impact, and everyone's gonna be salty, and I'm gonna revel in the pain.
So true. And I guess on that note, good time to talk about our thoughts on the matchup, and just to get mine out of the way quickly, my thoughts are basically, it's okay. I don't really have any strong feelings on the matchup as a whole. I don't have super strong feelings on their matchup spreads in general. Right? I have my preferences, but I'm just happy to have Genshin on, and as long as we finally get an Avatar episode that's above a 6 out of 10, I'll be satisfied, because oh my god, Avatar's track record on this show sucks.
Yeah, oh, by the way, Pitt, I posted the image so you can use it in editing.
Sweet. Yeah, like, Gara versus Toph, one good Gara analysis, and fuck all else of note, besides the post-analysis being a train wreck. Aang vs. Ed, I sure do love mischaracterization, the episode. Zuko vs. Todoroki! Yeah. Zuko vs. Todoroki!
I like it.
Stop trying to spread positivity, you. And then Korra vs. Storm is like, this is very average, but fucking I'll accept it for now.
I accept Korra vs. Storm because it has the funny Nemesis cameo.
True. But yeah, as long as we just get a good Avatar episode, you could throw 50 trillion Genshins at me and I won't care.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, well, I guess we're getting thoughts on the match anyway, is that, I just think conceptually and from what I've gathered and learned about like Traveler and Genshin and whatnot, is that I think the interactions, animation potential, it's all really cool. You have so much. Obviously, they have a lot of elements you can throw in at each other, and from what I've gathered about Traveler is the fact that it's like actually strikingly similar how much they're like arguably one of, if not the most thematic Aang matchup, and I actually find that really funny in a way. And Genshin is like by far one of the best fictional worlds that I know of that meshes with Avatar perfectly. So I already really like it on that account. And I guess I'll just imagine this fact that yes, people, you can have Travelers speak. Just because they're not voiced doesn't mean they don't talk.
Yeah, I will say as well that, like, aesthetically as well, they're a great pairing because Avatar, it has a very anime-inspired look, but it still has, like, that classic Nickelodeon, like, colorfulness, expressions, all that. And Genshin Impact is one of the prettiest looking games I've ever seen in my life. I love the cel-shaded aesthetic.
So true.
Yeah.
Like, as weird as it's gonna look to see Aang in, like, 3D, the fact that he's been in 3D plenty of times, I think the episode, at the very least, is going to look gorgeous.
Yeah. It would actually be very nice to, and also having an Avatar episode in 3D would be nice, because you can, like, especially when it's almost like a staggering how one of the principles of the series is that bending is heavily inspired by real-life martial arts, and we've had pretty much nothing to speak of on that front in terms of martial arts representation. So it's like, hey, we can actually have some decent fight choreography in 3D now, so that's nice.
Yeah, that is something I will say, just to go into, like, real quick while we're on a fight. Thinking more on it, it was kind of funny me realizing just how well the kids actually synergize, because against, like, Traveler's sword, Aang has the staff for, like, just close-range combat. Obviously, Traveler also has, like, a bunch of different elements to go against Aang's bending. And even, like, I forget if Traveler... Actually, yeah, Traveler does have, like, ways to go airborne, even after the intro. that against like Aang's different ways of flying, like the airbending or the whatever the kite thing's called. I forget. It's been a while since I watched Avatar.
You mean the glider?
Yeah, the glider. Yeah, there's just a lot of like really fun ways their kids actually interact, more than I would have actually expected just from like surface level thinking about it.
I'm also
I think it's cool.
yeah. I doubt this would have ever happened, but I wonder if there's actually some interesting interaction you could probably do if he tries energy bending.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, that just reminded me. I need Aang to lock in.
Oh my god, yeah, it's that everyone's seen the chorus scene. Like,
I'm
yeah,
taking away
true.
your bending.
Lock in.
for good.
Actually, I will say, I'm curious, other than Chosen Undead and Dragonborn, is this the first episode we've gotten with a character that could be either gender in universe?
a la carte term.
You know what I meant, like, you can select that to start to get, like, your pilots or Robins or stuff like that.
As far as I remember, I think this is.
That's neat. And it's been a while since I played Genshin, but isn't Aether generally seen as, like, the more canon of the two, if I'm remembering right?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
I've been told that that's the one that's used the most promotional material and whatnot, so they're like considered like the canon one, even though he's less cool.
Oh, I will say, actually, one thing I need to see in this fight, an interaction with Momo and Paimon.
I mean, if we actually get the animal creatures in, that would actually be really adorable.
This is a really funny
It's
idea.
okay,
No, the funniest idea, Appa eats Paimon.
They do gags like that in series, like Appa ate Momo.
The fight will start with Aether catching and cooking Momo. It's gonna be like Guts versus Cloud.
Oh, no.
My lord, no, not Momo.
Sorry, Momo is an emergency snack.
I guess on the top.
Don't make Momo a chopper.
Oh, God. Just Aether looking at Momo like that one image of Luffy looking at Chop.
Yeah,
Aang's gonna come up to the campfire and be like, oh, it smells good. Oh my god!
No. You know that scene in Smiling Friends when they bury the century egg and they're talking about how Pym has never tried one, and then Charlie's like, really? Picks up the shovel. Okay, you have to try it at least once.
You know, I really love how what you said is even more fucked up. How you're basically it's the canonical vegetarian watching one of their closest friends getting cooked and eaten alive.
Oh my
This would
god.
100% happen in early Death Battle, I'm just saying.
It would have.
But
Anyways, I guess speaking... Sorry.
I was gonna say on the Charlie, I love the first he said, dude, I bet he tastes even better now.
Oh no. Well, I guess on the topic of getting cooked, let's talk about who wins. I think we're all in agreement on like Traveler, right?
As much as I love my boy, Aang is pretty cooked.
I think Aang probably won. It's a lot serious, by the way.
You would say that.
I think the quickest way I can put it is that even if you buy like at the high ends of Avatar to make Aang more powerful, is the fact that Avatar say physically is very explicitly far below the maximum power output you can get from energy, and Traveler is a hell of a lot faster. So that even in Avatar state, as far as I'm aware, yes.
So
Light Speed is bad because it's gameplay only. Ignore that literally every other fucking gameplay feat is fine in other series. Just ignore that. Just ignore that. Just ignore that.
Yeah. I love how the
Twice
result.
had issues with it, therefore I don't accept it.
Oh my god! I just realized the result of this is literally just going to be a repeat of Sanji vs. Rock Lee.
By the way, all I want to. This reminds me, if Aang does win, I remember the joke I made before of like. When Twice said he thought it was debate, I was like, Traveler, I thought you were stronger.
Oh, that's messed up. Alright, do we have anything else we want to add to this?
Well, I was going to say another funny I remember is the fact that, man, why are we bringing Aang back? That's such a waste. And I'm like, I know his response was, well, Well, you see, Aang would actually get a good episode, so I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
It's never getting a run. It's never getting a run back, by the way.
I will say, I was very surprised that Aang. Oh, sorry.
And also, one last thing is that me thanking every sort of deity and every pantheon that we avoided Aang versus Captain Planet.
Oh my god. I am very surprised that Aang was our season 6 returner because I was 100% expecting it to be Ghost Rider to be the first one, but I mean, I'm not complaining. Anyways, before we wrap...
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, before we wrap up, I think now's a good time before we wrap up to do a quick lightning round of the last couple of topics. So...
oh yeah, I can't wait for the vinyl music album.
True. So...
Also the Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so... What do we expect the rematch to be, and why is it Chief versus Doomslayer?
I mean, it probably will be Chief Slayer. Okay.
It's 100% gonna be Chief.
So I think some of the runner-ups will probably be like Chief Slayer, Shadow Mewtwo, because his community has no original thoughts.
I mean, true.
Mewtwo versus... But what about Mewtwo versus Shadow? How will this affect Mewtwo versus Shadow? Dude, it's been 8 years. Let it go.
This community will never let it go.
They won't.
God, I feel so bad for a friend of ours who's doing like this really cool Shadow vs. Mewtwo animation. They have to put up with so many people going, oh, this is so much better than Death Bell, and they hate it, and I feel sorry for them.
Aww.
Eve, if you're watching, we love you.
Yeah. I don't think Yang vs. Tifa will be on the poll despite it being there as an example, because that's fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
I think for other rematch options, oh my god, it's gonna be fucking... Dude, I'm gonna hate it when I see Ben vs. Hal on there. And not only will it not even win, but I'll have to put up with stupid jokes again.
God, the worst part is that a Ben vs. Hal rematch could be cool just to get like more than 2 aliens that don't job, but yeah, we know that's not the reason like 99% of people are voting for it.
I want a good version of that episode. I'm never getting it. Oh, also, they should put Johto vs. Kenshiro on there just to please me.
Oh,
that's true.
I think my 2 most wanted rematches, if we had to have one, are Godzilla vs. Gamera or Johto vs. Kenshiro. Most because I don't really like... Well, okay, Kenshiro has a couple of good matchups, but like, I don't like a lot of... Outside of like one, I don't like any of Godzilla's other ideas. Gamera just doesn't have other ideas, period. Jotaro's just sad. So yeah, I'd be perfectly down for a Godzilla vs. Gamera, but it doesn't look 10 years old, and Johto vs. Kenshiro, but it doesn't look like they did it over a lunch break.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, oh, go on.
I was gonna say, man, wow, it would be like to have a version where they actually feel like they cared about JoJo or Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, next is the Lewis hand-drawn matchup. Do we have any ideas for what that could be?
It's gonna be Afrojack 2.
It'll be Aku versus Justice from Afro Samurai.
Exactly, dude. He's only allowed to do hand drawn for Samurai Jack episodes.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what if he's doing Tom versus Wile E?
No, get out of here.
Me when I have no original thoughts.
Yeah, I think this is just our way of saying we don't have any ideas. Is there any we can think of that we at least think would be cool if Lewis did them?
It's gonna be Ori Knight, guys. It's gonna be hand drawn, totally. It's
hand drawn Ori versus Knight would just be the best. It would be like the best case scenario for that matchup, methinks.
I mean, I know, but I'm just fucking joking. Because everyone makes that assumption.
All right. Well, I guess we have nothing else to say. Right. So, what do we think this is gonna be, and why is it Shulk versus Lightning? No, I'm kidding.
Ruby versus Maka.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Ruby versus Maka, but I think there's also just as good a chance of it being Shulk versus Lightning because Torian loves Lightning, everyone and their mother wants Xenoblade on, Shulk's the only one 90% of people recognize because he was in Smash. Bada bing, bada boom.
What do you mean? Pyra and Mithra?
Oh yeah, Pyra and Mithra, I forgot about them. Although I think there's more reasons people recognize them than just Smash.
Well, Smash and the other things.
Yeah. And also there's the fact that if I catch anyone wanting a pyro and
I just
for a
try a
solo
pyro
matchup, I'm
problem.
going to smash their kneecaps in with a crowbar. This is a joke, but also not really because I'm going.
And
Yeah, no.
Rena, I heard that.
I started to.
Okay.
God.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but yeah. I think,
Solo blade matchups are the funniest shit, man.
They are.
dude, I love Astro Ninja versus fucking someone else.
I love
man.
I love Numa versus Vegito, Charlie. I love Numa versus Vegito.
Dude, I love that matchup. It's so peak.
Oh man, I love, and it's almost as peak as solo star platinum matchups.
No. It's as peak as Zangetsu matchups.
Yeah, Zangetsu versus Mickey.
Okay, back on topic. So anyways, back on topic. Any other ideas for what the Torian episode could be?
Jago.
Oh, that actually would be cool, though, unironically.
Maybe they'll finally release a Michelangelo versus that Killer Instinct person.
What? That matchup's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, I love Michelangelo versus Gargos.
But yeah, I don't think I have any other ideas, so...
I think it'll be TMNT Royale 2.
Oh my days.
God.
Nah. JoJo Royale.
Oh my
I'm killing
god.
myself even more.
So, motherfuckers are gonna think that Kyotaro should try to murder his daughter. Wouldn't that be fun?
Or,
Insane.
Jonathan killing his grandson. Or any of his other descendants.
Giorno just there like,
Anyway,
I feel like I shouldn't be here.
who are these people?
Who are you people?
Why the
Anyways,
fuck is Johnny here, bro?
Yeah, like how Johnny went. How Johnny like, who the fuck are any of you people?
I guess to round things out, the Yzma Hawk episode. We're all in agreement it's gotta be a Marvel vs. DC matchup, right?
Probably.
Night Azrael.
Maybe they'll finally have a Punisher episode.
I think
Punisher.
like Moon Knight versus
Punisher's
Azrael
like-
or Black Cat versus Catwoman are like the safest possible bets.
Cat Square. Oh my god, dude. That's the only thing saving that matchup's reception, I fear.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, a live action Cat Squared would go really hard.
Yeah. I think, like, I've said this before, but I think Red Hood versus Winter Soldier is just saved from complete mediocrity by being live action.
Yeah.
That episode would be so run-of-the-mill otherwise.
Everyone gangs until the
It's
Yzma Hawk
based on-
episode of Sandman versus Clayface. And it's just them throwing buckets of sand at each other. Actually, not even better. Mysterio versus Scarecrow, it's just them taking LSD.
It's gonna be a terrible.
If I will just get a raggedy Scarecrow costume versus a man with an actual fishbowl on her head.
It's gonna be a
Bob
Daredevil
the Killer
run
Fish
back.
from
I would
Earthworm
get my
Jim.
Daredevil run back, please.
I would want to, man. What I would give for who I would kill for a good Daredevil episode.
Wait, what do you
my
mean
God.
Daredevil was on the show?
Oh yeah, it's true.
I keep every day.
It's so mad.
Every
So
day I
mad.
forget Nightwing versus Daredevil happened.
It's mid. It sucks.
Or mid just means average.
Okay, well, it sucks there.
There you go. There's the right level of negativity.
Sorry to anyone who likes an episode, but Daredevil died and I don't like it.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Yeah,
So-
I think that's all we have to say.
What do you
Anything
mean?
else?
We'll just wait. We're just gonna watch and wait for the next reveal.
True. So, anything else
As
you
of the
guys
time of this
wanna... No, sorry.
Oh, no, go on.
So, anything else you guys wanna share before we wrap things up?
Nah,
Nah.
I kissed women.
Alright. Well, thanks everyone for joining in here. This was a fun discussion.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Can't wait to have to remember what to add in editing.
Make sure you remembered. You have it written down.
Yeah.
I have all the images here in case you need them.
And also the requests.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to comb through like 3 hours of footage. But yeah, that was really fun.
Make sure. Yeah, that was great. I can't wait to make the post segment with the 650K matchup.
Oh, true.
Should we do that?
We can probably make a follow-up video once the Kickstarter's over. Although it'll be
Sure.
funny if
Be
there's
sure
like
to
only
spot.
like one additional matchup revealed.
Dude, this is gonna be like the this is gonna be like the Oswald's Rap DLC, but for your video.
I mean, hey, fitting conclusion. Anyway,
It's-
just
Oh god.
no, you go ahead. I was just gonna wrap things up.
Okay, yeah. The fucking Oswald's. It's technically canon, but you know, we could have put the ending in there with the original.
Hey, just think. Technically speaking, Kratos vs. Asura was just paid DLC for the Tournament of Champions.
True.
True.
Anyways, now that I dropped
Yeah.
that little statement, I think that's a good point to wrap it up. So, if got anything we want to add before we finish? Any plugs? Any...
I will be. I'm happy Death Battle is back. That's cool.
I'm very
Buzz
happy.
Lightyear. Oh my fucking god, bro.
Oh my god, the motherfucker who finally got her paycheck back.
I don't even get paid anything.
Yeah, haha, fuck you.
No.
Go kill yourself.
Imagine being unemployed.
You get paid in head pets, sis.
What? No.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
Come
you
here.
get-
Come here.
If you
You
guys
get
got
paid-
this far enough in the video, I want you all to comment how adorable Rena is.
No.
Yes.
and if you also want the hug.
No,
Yes,
I don't.
okay.
I
Anyway.
fucking don't.
Everybody praise Rena.
No.
Anyways, thanks everyone for watching and have a good night.
Have a good night. Peace out.
Oh, also, I'm gonna smooch my boyfriend after this.
You do that.